Alright, now we're live.
Hello. Are we officially live?
Hi, everybody.
It's me.
It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
We're back with some more Dungeons and Dragon. It's me. I got this so that if we have the battle map, I can like poke it, but it's because it's snacks. It's not going to work as well.
I mean, I found that at Daiso, and I was like, "Here,
Yeah.
a poking stick."
I love it. Yes.
It's a good poking stick. I'll give it that.
It takes a second for it to show up on the app.
Yeah, you might need
You might have to like just refresh.
Okay.
Look at me wiggling around. Anyways, hi, it's me, Boom. I'm your DM, and we are having a party. Oh, Emmy, you got up? There we go.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, you start having back problems now.
That guy has a dog.
I said it. It's me, Doge. It is live, right?
I don't know. Is it?
Let's
There
go.
it is. It's
There
over
we
again.
go. Look at that. Oh, we should put something in this side of the frame.
Commercial.
Oh, I thought that was Winter Soldier for a second.
No.
Is that Winter Soldier?
I like how it's like so and so famous actor. I'm like,
They're
I've
like,
never
who
heard
the
of
fuck
you.
is
Who
that?
are you?
Famous actor. Shrug.
I love
think it's a
that.
Taco Bell ad. Yeah,
Is it?
it is.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they did peg us
Ooh.
correctly.
I like the drag queen. though.
Yeah.
They did.
They know what we like.
Yeah, we routinely get mistake bell.
Mm-hmm.
So hi,
So
everybody. It's me, Boom, your DM with my pokey stick.
Poke, poke, poke.
Poke, poke, poke. Don't worry, it's snacks today.
Today is snacks.
And to my right, we got...
Deep End Art, who is playing Torin the Dragonborn Sorcerer.
You
And
can't-
also, I broke my back today. Like 5 minutes before we started.
Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal.
Not ideal, no.
No.
Turns out back surgery can fuck your back up.
Yeah.
Ew.
Like
I don't think
bad.
it's that. I think it's that I sit like a gremlin.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's all good.
That's fair.
I think the back surgery probably helped, but the fact that I have sit like a gremlin ever since did not assist.
Also, I have gremlin. I gremlin.
Also, is am Gramland?
Grams.
No
Give me the
fair.
grams.
I am the gremlin here.
And next to Sea Panda is...
I'm Sarada. I'm playing Biksha, a Tabaxi bard.
Yeah!
She doesn't like teleporting. It makes her motion sick.
You've teleported several times, too.
Yeah,
Like Dimension Door, then like the druid thing. Well, I
The
guess
druid.
that's only been like 3 teleports.
yeah,
then,
but
right?
to be fair though, she's got nauseous every time.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, she did get nauseous with the druid.
And of course, finally but not leastly, Emmy.
Introduce yourself, Emmy.
She's the dog.
We'd
I'm
show
the
her, but,
dog.
we'd show her, but it's gonna be a little hard. We
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
put her near the food. She will eat it.
She will eat it all. Oh, and of course, the least less of
The least of us.
the least less. I said least less.
The least less.
That's like a compliment. We've got.
It's me, Anita Pahokey.
They are sitting right there. There it is. There's that hand. Move my glass over here. Yeah. All right. So last time on. Oh, hang on. I got logged out of my thing.
Uh-oh.
I got logged out of my Google Drive.
How?
I don't know.
We've had a long rest, right?
You.
Have we?
No, because the last thing you guys did was literally get the invitation,
And we're on our way
and you
back.
guys are walking back towards the
Okay.
the broken down manor.
Gotcha. We haven't gotten to the manor yet.
HP and am currently getting a piggyback ride.
Yeah.
yeah.
You've got
Beach is carrying
busted
you.
ribs.
Yeah, Beach carrying her.
Because the huggy jumped off the tree.
Yeah.
He jumped off the tree like many Nafan do because
That's
the,
what they
the
do.
tree was supposed to
Because
help
walking
me.
is for squares. The
How
Pahokee
am I
is a
supposed
bush.
to get down the tree.
Yeah.
This is normal.
This is normal tree etiquette. Let me get my trackers. Oh wow, my connection is slow on the laptop. I got my laptop out. Let me get. It's like loading heckin' slow, like really heckin' slow. But so the party just recently stole an invitation to Club Bad Guy from a suspected I don't know what did you guys learn about this individual?
All I learned was he was looking shady. He apparently bought the zombie come here
Yeah, the
Incense.
zombie.
That's right.
Or
Yeah.
at least
zombie
the-
lore
The
incense.
the
primary ingredients.
the
he
primary
bought
ingredients
those.
for the
Yeah, 'cause-
lure candles.
Yeah, because she said what it was. She made them, but they also did something to them.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, he bought death sticks.
And then
And currently Torin is green.
yeah.
I am green because
Yeah.
Smoky slapped
Has makeup.
makeup on me.
Yes.
The power of makeup.
It's druidic disguise.
I have that he has a black eye
Yeah, that's right. He's got like a
and
demon style, like sort of blackened eye.
and then went into a building in the dead docks. Emil saw which building
Yes.
and saw the guy got in an argument at the door but was still let in.
Mhm.
We stole his invitation, but he still got in anyway.
Yep, he's still in. All right. So, the three of you have begun your journey back towards the manor. Let's say that like nightfall is coming. I don't remember what I said last time, but let's say it's like 7 p.m. ish. 7 p.m. I think I said it was
It was
9.
getting late.
Yeah, I think it was getting late
Yeah.
before. So the three of you began your way back to the scholarly tap where Marcus and his team are kind of like hiding away. As you guys wander backwards, you guys passed by several of the night markets out in Lowtown, and note that the nightlife has just begun. If anything, it's more crowded than it was in the day. And more people are kind of out and about, and more variety of individuals are out and about. Again, several like nicer looking folk that have come from probably from Market Town are wandering around. Some of them have guides that look local, kind of like doing the food tour, if you will. Sort of like, imagine that, like wandering around as people are kind of like convincing them to buy goods that you remember sort of the pricing around when you guys were, here earlier, and note that it is considerably more expensive at night, roughly about a 25% differential.
I wonder what the display cabbage costs at these prices.
As you come up to Farmer's Dirt Market, you see this cabbage vendor, and you note that his prices are unchanged, but that his stock is lower than before.
I knew it.
He's
Screwed up that deal before.
So I'm just like, people are actually buying display cabbages?
he
Well, there's no counting with taste.
yeah. You note that his
Sure.
his stall sign has been emboldened by display only. Which is, he's certainly doubled down. As you guys pass through the Farmer's Dirt Market, which kind of leads northward up to the little foothill area where the scholarly tap is kind of hidden away, you note that Haben, the green dragonborn that runs the soup stand,
lady.
yeah, she's not there right now, even though this seems to be prime time for customers. And if anything, you know that her soup stall is closed, and even several guides kind of wandering up, kind of like to show the stand, then goes, oh, and then noticing that it's closed, and then they instead kind of like turn face for some of the people that they're leading and try to get them to buy from other vendors nearby.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, so
Huh, okay. I will
Mhm.
keep a note of that, I guess.
Mhm.
What, Visca,
Yes.
take me closer to the soup smells.
you know there is a distinct lack of soup smell, but there's still like kind of like that fresh produce aroma, as well as like other cooked foods. Like you can smell like a vendor having cooked chickens and some other like pastries at night and whatnot. So like the smell around here is kind of a mix of like a soft undercoat of like ocean brine with a lot like brought forth with a lot of like spices and a lot of like other like kind of greasy street food. Kind of
Somewhere
wafting
out
ones
there
is.
is a fish stew. Somewhere.
It's
Can I see if I can see any fish stew stands?
make me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. We're rolling them. You can't do
Well, I rolled a 3.
Okay.
What do your
So,
dragon
let's
eyes see?
Yeah.
Apparently nothing. Yeah, no, I have a plus 8.
Okay, so you got 8 total.
8 total.
Okay. You sniff the air and note that the undercut of brine kind of makes everything sort of smell like fish stew to you.
Okay.
It's really not that strong, but you've caught the wrong scent.
Okay, let's see if V can find a fish
I
stew.
don't think that's right.
Yeah, you're just a
Okay.
lot of fish vendors here.
Oh,
They all
overwhelming. Let's see.
Is that muffin I had? A fish muffin?
All right, my total is 18.
18, all right. As you are wandering, you note that the farmer's dirt market is less about ocean variety and seems to more specialize in kind of like inland farm kind of styles. You'd probably have to double back a little bit to go to get like a fish stew. But surprisingly, as you're kind of thinking that, your cat senses catch the smell of like a sort of like a shellfish or prawn stew.
Of
being
course, the
cooked
cat knows where
nearby.
to find the fish.
Yeah. Almost instantly, you spot a vendor and kind of like a portly little dwarven fellow who looks old for a dwarf, kind of with a large set of like cauldrons
Jesus.
sitting
Is it clam
atop.
chowder?
One of them certainly looks like clam chowder, a creamy soup with like sort of potatoes floating up at the top. But then another one you see kind of like hints of shellfish and other like fishy bits sort of stewing next to it.
I think I found your fish stew, Pokey.
Good. I must be close to smell it.
He's gonna go ahead and walk over with her little Pokey backpack.
You saunter over. The man kind of like greets you just with a gentle nod and kind of motions towards a handful of like wooden bowls kind of set on a table to the side. The price on it seems to be like 2 copper. It's very cheap. The bowls are reasonably sized as well. This certainly is a commoner style meal.
Okay.
I will take a bowl of
Me too.
clam chowder.
Mm.
I'll take a bowl
Or
of
the
seafood.
chowder one.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
take the seafood soup.
Yeah, the chowder is a nice thick broth, and you see healthy pieces of like potatoes and other like
Ooh.
bits of seafood inside as well. It seems like a really good deal for 2 copper. And then you guys take the prawn soup, which is a more clear liquid that has like bigger chunks, and actually like you get about 3 prawns each per bowl. He seems to have ladled it in perfection.
Yeah. V's gonna go ahead and grab Pokey's bowl and just kind of like
Hold it for her.
You grab the soup.
Is there a sippy stir?
I think you could just sip out of the bowl. Just sip. Okay, well that works.
Okay.
Too.
He slams
He's
their
flashes a little bit of soup. She's like,
At least the broth is good.
she's like flicking her wet ear.
My little broken arms can't reach my pocket.
My little broken body.
Big man, the
Yeah, I can do that. So I will pay for Pokey's
Okay. Thank you.
Because V's at first she was like, maybe I can reach it.
I don't want
Don't risk that. Don't want to risk it.
I don't want to know.
Not 2 copper.
2 more copper for the man. This no one's soup soaked. Oh, that thing that cats do when you like tickle their ear fuzz
They
when
just
they're
kind
like,
of flick it.
with the ears like
I love that. Loudly sipping away, Pahokee. You
do
suddenly
nice-
feel better, although your ribs are still bruised.
I just wanted the soup.
Yeah, your heart is warm, but your ribs still remain bruised.
That's all. And
No,
on
he-
carries.
He's up on the slurp, and you do realize I can drop you.
Oh gosh.
V is going to let go of one of Pahoke's legs, and then pick it back up.
It's not my fault. I didn't have a straw.
Do you want me to carry her for a little bit?
Oh, it's all right.
Okay. I mean, I
I'm
probably
a-
couldn't carry her for long, but
Yeah, I was like,
For a
You're
second.
much larger than I am, Tor, but I think I might be a bit sturdier.
oh no, you 100% are.
Yeah.
There's no
Stronger
question.
shoulder muscles.
Also, then you'd have to have a Pahokee touching you.
Yeah.
Because currently
soupy
V is
Pahokee.
wearing her.
Soupy Pahokee. I had your hands all over my face. Just snail gunk and honey all over my face. I think it's a little too late.
Good stuff.
I'm covered in goo.
All right.
Covered in the goose.
D&D.
Andy.
Hello, Ember.
I can't close this window.
Well,
There's the stupid pop up for the Windows update like won't let me
Oh no.
won't let me
Oh
minimize
no,
it.
you can't D&D
There we
now.
go. There we go. I was able to like click on the other tab, so that's good.
I'm just picturing like in universe, or somebody's just stuck in a window trying to close it. It's just
Like,
not-
Yeah.
Just like,
window close.
Get out of here. Other than that, do you guys make the rest of the way up towards the manor area?
Yes.
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 Alright.
Yes.
You find the easily spotted dirt road. It like I said, it's a dirt road, but it's not really hidden. But it's not some place that like tourists would think
Yeah.
to go to. But you cross it and pass a sort of a light tree line, and before you, while there's a level of familiarity,
Mhm.
you find that you're staring at almost an entirely different building now. First off, the water feature in front is cleaned and fully functioning. It features a statue of Marcus pointing upward with two fish like sitting on the either side, sprinkling water down into a light, shallow fountain. It's definitely magically enchanted.
I
Of
don't want
sorts.
to know how he did that so quickly.
But behind you, you find that the manor itself is spectacularly overhauled. Firstly, the hole in the top has been resealed, and there's an actual third additional floor with kind of like an outdoor walkway balcony kind of thing.
Roll to see if
Yeah.
this is an illusion.
Yes, please make an intelligence check.
Okay.
May I as well?
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
doubt
You
my
can make
inte-
charisma because you're a sorcerer.
Okay, I was like,
yeah.
my intelligence is not.
Yeah.
I
high,
would, but I'm really sure that Pahoki would believe 100% that this is the work of Ka, because we left him there to go do work.
Yeah,
Do that.
that's true.
They did do that. Hold on. What's my fucking
It's a
thing?
charisma check.
Yeah, just a charisma check.
Okay. Mine would be 16.
16.
That would
Okay.
really hard, you
Intelligence.
guys.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong
He
section.
is
That's
a-
what's happening.
He's the very hard worker.
Okay,
It's true.
intelligence. Okay, there it is. It's
Ooh, let me pull up your character sheet.
just
as well.
double checking how I do that. Is that the 3 plus my proficiency, or is it just the? 3?
Just your intelligence modifier.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, awesome. We 20.
20. Okay. The
Dirty
two
20.
of you pause for a moment and really kind of stare at the manor. Your mind's thinking in sort of like arcana in ways, and there's definitely a tinge of powerful arcana, but that has dissipated in a way. What you see before you is real, but it probably was produced with magic.
Okay, but it's not like an illusion.
Yeah, it's not an
like,
illusion.
Like if we try to step out on the balcony, you're gonna fall right through it.
Yeah, exactly. None of that. Like, you hope. You
Like,
hope.
There are a lot of holes in those floorboards.
It's like, oh god, every day it's just like, okay, roll to see if you fall through the floor.
Yeah, right?
Oh, wait. I say, still with soup in hand.
Soup sloshes a little bit, sprinkling soupy rain on you.
But we paid for it.
I had my bowl too. Were we supposed to give it back?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Just a quick glance at your memory. There's a little spot that's like, please return. Like, like wooden plates.
He's done. I'll take both of our bowls back.
Alright.
No, we paid for the soup, not the bowl.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Just when you're done, just give me your bowl. We'll see.
Oh, and the manor itself is like completely transformed. The coat of paint is a fresh, nice kind of like what is it? A sort of nice red coat of paint sits upon the manor. Again, like this looks like a fully presentable like building now. There, the windows are all reformed. There's no shattered glass now, and you see kind of the hints of warm, a hearth, fire.
Warm firelight.
Fire like gently glowing within. The voices of several people kind of cheerily
What's up?
making merriment kind of
He's not the one
sings
that's on
from the
Foster.
interior outward. There's also the outside also has kind of like sort of like a hooded deck area where several spots have been set
Ooh.
outside, kind of like to offer additional seating for drinks and whatnot.
Oh,
It really looks like an actual tavern at this point.
definitely more comfortable than when we left it.
That was
Oh.
fast.
Quick, yeah.
Oh,
I told you guys, Ka works
Read?
As you approach the door, however, you get sort of a quick flash of familiarity. It's not the same structure, but it reminds you a lot of the Tavern in the Mists. And you're kind of pulled back for just a moment. A blink of an eye, and it feels like you're covered in the strange gray ash of the mists. And you look around, and you almost think you see Little in the forest surrounding the tavern. But just as quickly as that shows, her form dissipates, as if part of just the mists of the evening.
Nope. And he opens the door.
You
just
open
walks
the
in.
door, and
Nope.
a warm glow comes out, and you're kind of pulled back into the real world, if you will. And you find yourselves inside a warm tavern. There's a nice red carpet set along the ground as if to welcome people. And you feel safer now.
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
There's no door where the door was to the hell dude,
No,
right?
but so that
'Cause I'm
door is
definitely
the
looking
little
to
yeah. As you turn, you reflexively turn, and you see just the desk where you saw Kaylin earlier, kind of the receptionist desk.
Okay.
Kaylin is not sitting there right now, but you can hear her voice coming from around the sort of bend
As long
into
as
the
there's
tavern
no
area.
door, I don't care.
Yeah, you're like, oh. But then as you turn around, you know that there's a door on the opposite end, and it seems to lead to some sort of library that certainly wasn't there when you guys first visited the Scholarly Tavern. But again, several voices are heard just maybe like
There's a-
4 or 5 feet away from you.
But there's a library.
Yeah, there's like a small library. So, yeah, you're like, oh, library. Yeah,
Like,
It's like-
library?
And she just looked down the hallway to see if it really is just full
Yeah.
of books.
Yeah, it looks like a very kind of like a cozy, almost like a cozy lounge of sorts. There are nice, large, comfortable seats, and the building is 3 floors, and you note that there's 2 floors worth of like books like set like along each other with one of those kind of like ladders that like rolls
Yeah.
between the bookcases.
Uh-huh.
You actually spot Theon kind of sitting near one of the another
Which
like
one's Theon? The
Theon's
Catman?
the big Leonin.
Okay, he's
Yeah,
the cat.
Yeah. Sort of he's sitting there kind of like mulling over some sort of like older looking book next to a fireplace set along like the back center of the wall in that side. And as you're kind of like peeking, you kind of note that like the bar area of the Scholarly Tap is full of individuals. Most of which you do recognize, but a couple new faces are there. Firstly, there's of course Marcus, who is sort of standing on a table, kind of like in the same pose as the statue outside,
Oh, God.
kind of holding himself pride and like very proud and whatnot. Behind the bar is the Duragar Volog, the society lawyer, if you will, or lawsmith.
The dwarf guy.
Yeah, the dwarf
dwarf,
guy.
yeah.
Sitting drunkenly kind of like slipped over is Kaylin, who's had a few too many tankards. And you also recognize your 2 orc friends and their dwarf buddy. Oh,
Oh, just a
Martinelli's just popped.
buddies.
Yeah, your orc buddies are here.
They're alive!
Yeah.
Hey,
Ka,
Get lost.
yeah. Ka seems to be wandering back and forth from the bar and the table where everyone is sitting, holding up a tray. He's also wearing what looks to be some sort of like barmaid uniform of
wait,
sorts.
he's wearing a dirndl?
Yeah, he's like got him wrapped up, and he's like proudly sort of like making his way back and forth, holding like a circular saucer full of tankards on top as they slush back and forth with ale.
You did a great job on the house.
As you call out, Ka looks over like brightly, throws the plate on the ground. You hear the crash of tankards spilling everywhere. People kind of cheering joyfully, and then Ka kind of running over and like embracing you, Torin, and then cheering at the other at the 2 of you.
It's about Dragonfeather Theology. It's called a girl.
What?
It's called a girl.
No?
Ka looks at you and kind of like tilts Ka's head and goes, "No, Ka's male." Marcus made me wear the uniform. It's the only way to serve ale.
Well, he's not
Well-
wrong. That's the only kind of person I've seen seeing out. The weird butt.
The weird butt.
You know, the weird
Speaking-
sexy guy in that one bar. And then he made you
Speaking of Tavis, you spot the individual kind of leaning back in his chair, like next to Marcus. He kind of shoots you guys a seductive wink with a little finger gun, and then continues to kind of sip
Veech's
away.
gonna grimace at him. Just
Torvin's just not looking at him because he's like, maybe if I look at him, he'll charge me.
finger guns.
Yeah.
And I still have a wet poke.
Yeah, you saw the wet Pahokee.
Pahokee has
still
soup.
Of the new people, you spot a wizened old-looking gentleman who seems to be the picturesque version of an elderly wizard. He wears a soft, worn, green-faded robe with a large pointed hat that droops downward towards his back. In his right hand is a gnarled black staff that ends in a carved dragon's claw that seems to have at one point grasped like an orb, but is empty currently. The old human has a long pointed beard that kind of curls upward towards the tip, and a large long bushy hair that is mostly unkempt under his wizard's hat.
A human. How rare.
Yeah, all the people you've been meeting are basically non-humans.
Sorry, thank you. I have to keep nudging Maya.
Yeah, right.
And his poor broken back.
Unfortunately, Maya's damaged a little bit.
I tried to stand up.
You fool!
Apparently that was a mistake, and now the muscles in my back have decided they hate everything. So we are trying to move me as little as possible.
Yeah.
What?
Let me...
Your 30s are great.
As Ka has made it clear that you have
thank you.
arrived. Yes, thank you.
Sorry, I hope
Yeah.
I feel better. Thank you. I hope so as well.
Yeah.
Well, the flex roll should start working soon.
Oh, sorry. One of the other new people is another person you recognize. It's Haven. Haven is there.
Okay.
She wears she's kind of got her own her normal outfit on, kind of just sort of a commoner's gown, just a basic shirt and pants. But you know that she has a travel hood on that seems to have had a little bit of wear and tear. She sits along with the larger table where all of these people are kind of seated together. But she looks a little bit worried compared to kind of the other people who seem to be making a little bit more merriment. As Ka has announced your arrival, you see Marcus turn around and says, "Oh, excellent! You've arrived! I got my wizard! He came early!" He points at the wizened old fellow who's kind of sitting there, kind of like grouchy in the corner, holding his his staff, kind of shakes his head and kind of does a sort of a little flourish with his fingers to kind of acknowledge that he sees you. And then kind of sets back and pulls out a pipe and begins to kind of puff on it. Just, "Who the hell are you?"
Is that Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus points at Torin, very confused. "Listen, this is a private affair. I'd rather if strangers weren't here. But if you introduce yourself, you'll stop being a stranger."
You're green.
Oh!
Marcus, you've met him already.
By now.
Marcus,
He pulls out a monocle and kind of puts it on and says, "Friend, this is the wrong prescription."
okay.
He was blue this morning.
Pahokee,
He's wearing the same coat,
Pahokee put
Marcus.
paint on me.
Marcus
It's
looks.
makeup.
Marcus's eyes dart between the three of you, and he kind of turns around to the rest of the gang and says, "Did anyone know about this but me?
I'm gonna hold up my hand that has the gloves that I borrowed from him this morning.
Those are fancy gloves. I have a pair just like them."
These are your pair. You lent them to me this morning.
My God.
I'm gonna take one off because my hands are still blue.
Oh, you're one of those blue-green dragons.
But yes. And put the glove back on.
Don't worry, this place is warded. Magic can't be heard outside. Therazar kind of shakes his head. Or sorry, the wizard shakes his head, very confusedly.
Well, magic can't be heard outside, but I'm assuming words can. So
Marcus kind of gets down from the chair he's standing on and says, "That's a good point. You seem like a nice fellow. Welcome to the society. Let's get these people some drinks. Maid." He kind of points at Kong. Rushes over, picks up the pan, leaves the tankers that are on the ground, and goes over to Volok, who's already produced 3 mugs for you. He kind of like marches back and kind of motions for you to sit down at this large table where this eclectic group of fellows seems to have
We sit
gathered.
down. V's going to get.
I'm gonna help Alvin
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and off your back.
Pahokee on a chair.
Dripping.
Marcus kind of points at Pahokee. He's like, I know that one. And that one. And I only know your hand.
Yes, this is true. Ah, you are a wonderful barmaid.
Corin, who does not drink much, is just gonna start drinking as they all like go.
Yeah, you sort of tell the
Just
ale.
silently like,
Oh, and Marcus points at Emil. I know that bird as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
you
the
do.
bird that belongs to a blue dragonborn. Did you buy it from him?
Just say
Yes.
My God. A toast, then! He grabs his tankard and holds it up. To my scholarly tap, having been wizened by the wizard. Now there's no more cold nights. A few of them kind of, several people at the table awkwardly sort of exchange strange looks
Yeah,
and
no,
just
just
kind of
go
clink
with it.
glasses and begin to drink.
I just gotta look over at him and go, he met me this morning.
Oh. I've got room set up for you and your blue friend, but not for you.
we'll make sure to let him know.
Thank you.
I'll sleep outside.
You shouldn't do that. The magical wards don't work outside.
just go sit in the room. It's fine. It's fine.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Pokey usually stays in rooms that nobody says, and it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, to be fair, V usually sleeps on the roof, so
Mm.
or in rafters.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Marcus kind of looks at the group of you and says, you have the eye that something successful has gone down. Please share with the group.
Right as we all put
Russell
something in our
just
mouth.
kind of.
As you pull out the invitation, several of the people's members, like their eyes kind of like widen a little bit. Marcus, in particular, kind of goes, "Oh dear, I see. That is quite the find."
Well, I wouldn't say we found it so much as
We positioned it.
borrowed without permission.
That's exactly what the society is all about.
It sort of bumped into us.
Bumped in. That's wild.
Indeed.
May I?
Yes.
He kind of picks it up and kind of opens up the little like booklet and goes, oh dear. You lot seem to be in quite the pickle." Kind of closes it, kind of slides it back. That's a very dangerous group. In fact, I was just trying to convince these fellows not to do the same thing. He points over at the two orcs
Yeah.
and then the dwarf Korgoth.
Yeah.
Pokey
Fans of
waves
names.
cheerily.
What are the guys' names again?
It's a Daishra. Oh,
Digron and
Digron and
Castro.
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 There it is.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. Digron and Castro. God,
They
I never
the
remember
two
that.
orcs kind of like smile, kind of a toothy smile, and they produce an invitation that's a normal invitation.
Well, how did you guys get one?
He kind of motions over to Korgoth, who kind of states that, well, so some of those fellas apparently like to gamble out up at the way station. I pulled some strings and got my two buds here some invitations. Seems like we're all on the same path.
Oh.
Seems that way. I can't remember. Why are we going to this place again? I don't remember anything right
Yeah.
now.
As far as you guys can tell, you guys found the person who was buying the candles, and the
Right.
only clue you have so far is that they go to a special club at night.
That's right. We're
Uh,
trying to figure out who is doing the zombies. this night.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
right.
You're
Horrible
unsure
undead
if this
ghost
is a good lead, but it is the current lead that you
The
have.
only lead we got.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry, I could not remember that. I was
Oh.
like, why the hell were we looking at this place again? Right.
Uh,
Because someone is summoning undead, and they appear to be doing it on behalf of whoever runs this place.
Mm.
Right.
as the two of you have like your invitations on the table, you hear you see like Tavis kind of like lean forward, and he kind of is sort of, he wants to say something, but he's trying not to, but then it kind of breaks. And he's like, "Listen up, fellas. you're in for a hell of a time. And I'm just trying to say this as a friend. Dig? So, let me break it down for you. Stone Dogs used to run Ogin's Den back in the day, or Ogin's Pit, as it's called now. But they hooked up with that Rakshasa, Zabraza, and her red knives. Hit squad's out on them. You remember I told you about the bounty, right? It's gotten a little bit worse. Some of my fellows at the two taverns tell me multiple hit squads are already in town moving in. If you guys are, whatever business you all have in the underground dens, you might want to make it fast.
Uh-oh.
Hit squads move quick, if you know what I mean.
Does anybody have, like, a free bit of healing for Pahokee, then?
Oh! Marcus kind of
I'm
looks
just
at you.
sitting there with my half-consumed soup and my ale, like,
Caw kind of like walks over and does lay on hands. Just grabs you, yeah. And
Just
you
grabs the ghillie
feel
suit.
you get restored 20 hit points with lay on hands.
hey.
Oh wow, nice job.
Caw smiles bright and kind of pulls up his own little like smaller table and a chair, and then kind of plops up next to you all. Says,
Like
yes.
a little kid at the big
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
adult table.
Yeah, his feet a little dangly. I mean, so is Pokey's like on the table though, but you know.
You just gotta plop Pokey on the table like a Furby.
Yep.
He kind of, Marcus kind of looks at the situation and says, maybe I should I might have to let you all in on a little bit of information because it seems like you found something dangerous. And with that, Tavis kind of stands up and says, listen, I'd love to hear all the gossipy, juicy rumors so I could add to my repertoire. But for my staff safety and for my family safety, I'd better mosey on go. So, if you guys need anything else, find me at Two Taverns, but don't let these ears hear anything else that's spoken. Ciao! He kind of crosses the room and sort of exits.
So sachets away.
Yeah.
Told you he had a weird butt.
As you're leaving, you note that his booty is quite nice, very well toned, and matching of his like really beautiful like, sort of bronze skin. And he also wears really low cut shirts that just kind of exude his
Just
muscular
fucking
like show muscles,
Yeah.
but it still looks nice.
The ones that are like a V all the way down your
Yeah, like all the
Like-
way, like all the way down.
Might as well be One Piece.
He kind of pokes his head in once and says, listen, since you're friends of Marcus, maybe I'll give you the discount next time. I heard that.
His head is basically just like, no.
He you hear the door close behind, and he sort of like as he's stepping outside, you guys note that there's a carriage waiting for him, which you did not hear approach. But he kind of hops in and with a little like the sort of like the driver kind of gives him a little usher, and the horse. You can hear the horses sort of barrel off in a nice little carriage.
Alright, I mean, it's like a 2-block walk, but sure. Right?
It definitely.
That sounds right. Fucking weird.
Marcus kind of like looks around and says, now that we've introduced the new ones, points at you and says, let me introduce you all to my friend Therzok here. He points at the
Therzok?
older wizard guy.
Wizard.
Yes. The old man kind of holds up his hands and says, yes, no need to be obvious, but I am the legendary Therzok of the Weldon Hearth Wizarding Academy.
A wizard.
Yes, I know. Contain your arcane questions. This is not a session. Kind of says, I'm doing a favor for this guy. And Marcus kind of says, best friends!
Oh dear.
And I think my services are done now. He kind of stands up and kind of like, you hear him kind of crack his old, like, back. Kind of goes, ugh. Listen, if you need anything, I run an emporium in Market Town. Some of my staff can procure magical items of sort for you fellows. Provided you have enough coin. He looks at you guys. You guys look kind of poor.
Yeah.
Says,
I've been wearing the same coat for 2 months.
Yeah. Dreadful. I meant to say that out loud.
What was your emporium called?
It's called the Emporium.
Oh. Oh, well, okay. Well, that's easy.
It's a large tower in the middle of Market Town. Hard to miss. And please, don't visit me at the Dragon's Meat University. I'm busy.
So I take it your office hours are never then.
Yes.
Okay.
And for the record, this place is warded against most scrying magics. Someone would have to literally break through to get there. And even then, because I know Marcus is a troublemaker, the windows will repair themselves within 24 hours after smashing. So, in case anything happens and you need to throw a table outside because he said something dreadful, feel free to do so. Same with the walls and the foundation. Anything broken here, at least part of the building, will restore itself within 2 hours. Trust me, we've already tested it a few times. He motions to the back window. He didn't like that I wanted more tables,
Oh.
and more carpets,
Oh.
and more paintings, and more of my stuff from my manor. I'm still in legal trouble.
Yes, you mentioned.
Yes.
Well,
He's pulled me in as a witness. Some sort of punishment, I'm sure. But anyways, have a lovely evening. I don't want to hear about whatever burglaries you're about to commit or fraud or whatnot. But thank you all so much for seeing me, I guess. Never speak to me again. Only talk to my staff. Please.
Like that one? I'm pointing to the staff he's holding.
Yeah, he looks at the staff and he groans.
Riksha's gonna burst out laughing. And just start slapping Tord on the
okay. What's his name? You never told
I'm leaving now.
him. That's a weird
He
one.
kind of saunters off in an old form. As he opens the door, you hear a whip of lightning, and you see just a spark exit out from the night sky.
Just learn that trick.
You hear a voice kind of float back. Wonderful. Marcus kind of looks around and goes, now it's time for the private party. So, as we see, there are 2 invitations to the same underground casino pit fight club. It's dangerous.
Yes,
Gotta
I got that
settle
from
down.
Casino Pit Fight Club.
Unfortunately, I know that emblem. Kind of points to the little emblem on the inside.
The
The
back.
two backward claws dripping with blood. It says, again, we've said it many times, but that's the mark of the Red Knives.
Right.
Unfortunately, the Society's already had a few run-ins with those fellows, and so let me give you a bit of caution, because I certainly will not stop you from infiltrating their base and wiping out their membership. They're dreadful. We've already had a negative run-in. They're the ones who stole our original way key.
See.
The thing that Theon needs. Where's Theon?
He's in the library.
Oh,
We need one of those, don't we?
Yes, that's what we came here for.
Right, for
because
the thing, so it stops doing the stuff.
mhm.
Yeah, yes.
Exactly, new stranger.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
Listen,
You know, you think for being a magic user, I'd know a little bit more about magic.
I feel like that's the life of a sorcerer, though. It's like, I know these spells. I don't know why.
I just do magic. I don't know about magic.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
magic.
Technically, you're kind of in the same boat, but I'm gonna say you use more of your, understanding of
Well,
magic.
she's learned.
Yeah.
Bahoki knows magic, but doesn't really do it.
Your magic is kind of, like I said, literally second nature.
Yeah.
Your magic is more like the weather should change, and then it does.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Hi, baby.
I want to caution you a lot. Zabraza's fairly dangerous. Luckily, though, you're going up against Ogun. Ogun's a brass fellow, but he's got a lot of pride. He's very easy to fool, and his entire staff are made of Duragar, which are, of course, are weak to the sunlight. They don't come out during the sun because it hurts their eyes.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Should we? Okay. So,
Okay.
candle person at this club. Stinky candles.
Stink.
Oh, the
incense.
incense vendor.
Stinky incense.
As you say that, you see like Haben kind of like pipe up a little bit, her eyes a little bit more focused on the conversation around. She says, those have to do with the undead attacks on the foothills, right?
Exactly.
That's where we got the invitation. We ran into a guy who was buying the ingredients. We don't know if he was making them, but at least was getting the ingredients needed to apparently corrupt the enchantment so that when you light it, it pulls undead to you.
Pulls undead to you.
Yeah, it's some
Lord,
really,
dreadful
really
magic.
nasty incense.
Veal, like...
Do we still have it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Veal pull it out and show it to Haven.
We
Oh.
put it in a bag because
You know that several people kind of like wince at
Yeah, it's bad.
at the
It's-
immediate aroma.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
apparently dipped in rotten fish oil.
Digron kind of goes, "Oh, such
Veal-
foulness!"
Yeah,
And I
rotten
literally
fish oil.
clawed through a sewer for this. He points at the at his invitation.
And he's gonna just kind of put it back away. Sometimes
Haben kind of looks at that for a second. Kind of, you see her eyes kind of like hit some sort of strange realization. This makes sense. There was once a worker by the name of Cardo, a young tiefling boy, who rolled in with the bad crowd, if you will. He joined one of the local gangs, Ogun's group, in fact.
Did the
And-
guy rock? Was he a tiefling or a human?
No, he was a human.
Okay. I
Right?
can't remember.
Half elven. He was half elven.
Yeah, half elven. Make a intelligence check. Let's see.
Because
Because I was
It's
like,
gonna go
I
well.
don't remember.
This is gonna go well.
dun 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 dun.
Oh,
wow! Natural one.
That's a natural one.
Okay,
No
let me
money.
do one for me here. I got
I
17.
got
17.
12. And what do I add for that 12? What was it? What check
Just
was it?
yeah, just an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh, it's a proficiency for me even. So,
Oh no, those are saving throws.
oh, never
So
mind.
it'd only be your intelligence modifier,
Oh, okay.
which is minus
Negative 1. So I got 11.
You got 11.
I got 17.
The two of you say half elven, and then you're about to say half elven, but then you realize, like, thinking about being so close to him, and when you pickpocketed him, you noted
'Cause I
that
was
under
literally
his
laying on
hood,
top
yeah,
of him.
you notice that under his hood, where his black eye was, there was a little pointed something protruding from his skull, and it kind of clicks to you that he may have been similar to Jamon, like
Half.
a half tiefling elf.
This young man would have been half elven.
Haben kind of nods and says, "Yes, the ears and kind of the slender face, but his eye hints to his darker lineage, if
Yes,
you will."
we may have liberated that invitation from him.
You stole from Cardo.
Well,
Do you know who Cardo is?
no, jumped us and I jumped on him.
I
He-
flew off of a tree.
She sort of nervously, kind of like you see her nervously, kind of like pawing at like the little like her meaty like knuckles from her like dragonborn hands. She's Cardo is one of Zabraza's top lieutenants, his head of research, if you will. Chances are, she kind of nervously kind of looks at the invitation and says, chances are there's some sort of scrying or tracking magic on that invitation. At this point, you've raised a red flag to where we have been.
They've got the scrying magic on the house, but yeah.
Yes, but Therazok's wards are more basic magic. It's just general warding. For something a little bit more permanent, like these invitations, we might, at the very least, they'll know the direction of the manor. They might not be able to see inside of it, but they'll be able to find it.
How long does it
It's only been like like maybe 2 hours.
Oh,
Maybe 2 hours.
Maybe he doesn't know it's gone yet. Maybe we can get it back.
What do we do with it?
She kind of nervously looks around. You see Diagron kind of slam his fist down and says, "Sounds like we're going to the underground casino tonight."
I think we have.
I was like, I have dispel magic.
They'll know no extra.
She kind of looks at you and nervously kind of like, "Listen, I don't like to speak about it, but I am also a little bit of a dabbler in the arts, and dispelling it will only provide a beacon to where it was last destroyed.
Right then?
Wait, if we walk in with this invitation, won't they know it's his?
She kind of shifts nervously and kind of looks at Marcus, and Marcus kind of tilts his head and says, "Maybe not. Maybe we can make you all look like him." Huh?
Yes,
Huh?
because 3 of him walking into the building wouldn't be suspicious at all.
But what if he had friends? People have friends, don't they? You see, Haven kind of shrugs. It's not Cardo, but it could still work.
I can set shelters and then we can take like a coat with a hood.
Marcus kind of looks. He looks a little bit nervous. Says, "Either way, it sounds like we're in a bit of a pickle."
He wants a trench coat in.
Yeah,
I can cast Alter Self, so I do have that ability.
excellent
And
match.
you did get a good look at him.
It's true.
I was literally on top of him.
Yeah.
You have the best view of him. You kind of know exactly what he looks like. Enough that your spell would succeed. However, the other two, you probably want, or Marcus is like, you'll probably still want backup, though. Hang on. I have an idea. I'm scheming.
oh no.
He kind of like picks himself up, and you see, like, he rushes over to this stairwell that kind of leads down into the basement, and you kind of like hear him thumping below you, and he flips open a chest, kind of grabs something, and kind of rushes back up. Says, "Behold, the robe of wardrobes, on loan from yours truly. Typically, I hide several outfits in the evening, so if I'm ever at a party, you'll never see me in the same outfit more than 5 times."
Okay.
Kinda sets it
what
down.
does that do?
"We can disguise you using these robes. At the very least, you'll alter yourself to look like Marcus, and then the 2 of you can dress up like fancy bouncers.
Okay.
Or whatever."
I mean, that makes sense to me. I like sitting on top of the shoulders and just we all were the same. We all could have just sat on each other's shoulders and just been in one. Fine if we want to make things complicated.
Well, I don't
And then
think-
Pahokee sips their ale that they're more than halfway through.
Yeah. You're just like,
I think it might be a little odd if he's suddenly 8 feet tall. Might be a bit of an issue.
I was thinking 12, but I understand.
That's an average height. For some creatures.
Goliaths, maybe.
All right. Well, Vishka, can you do it?
Can I look like him? Yes. Can I pass myself off as him? Probably not.
What if he has like a cold?
Well, maybe
You know?
I can.
Oh,
If I hunch a bit, get shorter.
Let me see.
I
Let me
don't have
check.
a disguise spell though, so I
Yeah.
mean, if
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
else
that's-
can disguise me.
So I
I
was
don't
like,
have disguise self.
yeah, I was gonna say, because I think, disguise self might be the big limiter here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's Alter Self actually. I don't think. I
Or
have
alter
this-
yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
And it
unfortunately, I
is-
think you can only use
Yeah,
that
it
yourself.
is. It is a self action.
Yeah.
Polymorph I can cast on someone else, but I have to. Yeah, because so this is all the same day as that zombie attack at the farm. This is all the same day.
That's true, yeah.
I've already
That's
cast
true. I don't-
Polymorph.
I'm down a 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd level.
Yeah,
and
I
my
was like,
4th
so I
level
can't
is
use
gone 'cause I used
Polymorph again.
Dimension Door.
I can still cast Alter Self, but it's because this is still the same.
Exactly.
These spells.
It's just to kind of meta it, so it's like a little bit safer.
Okay.
I'll have we'll play it this way. Marcus goes, "You seem a little exhausted. I bet they're not gonna miss the invitation for a couple of days. However, we should move a little bit quickly."
Still as quickly as possible, but maybe
Exactly.
not tonight after we've already been fighting and walking all over the town and eating soup.
Especially since I feel like you've exposed yourself quite a bit out there.
I will definitely need a change of clothing. I think my current garb is going to be a bit identifiable.
Excellent. I mean, not excellent. The opposite of that.
So naps and showers?
Naps and showers.
That sounds excellent. Would you all like dinner before you go? There's a roasted pig right there. He
Wait, where
points
are we
over at a
going?
giant roasted pig.
He's just sitting there, like, starting to curl up under the table, like, wait, where are we going?
I prepared rooms for the three of you. Not you.
Oh,
We
okay.
stay together.
The only people in here are the people we know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna take out some cloth and just start rubbing the paint off my face.
Marcus and Haben are like, oh,
Haben!
I know, it's like, what is I don't put him in? Hey, man.
ooh, twin. I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize you.
Does it really make me look that different? I mean, that's a good thing, but also, like,
He's talented.
I'll try face block.
Marcus kind of looks at you and says, I see. An excellent use of magic.
yes, quite strong magic.
Excellent.
I'm gonna go take a shower or wash my face. I really just need to wash my face and my tail and my feet.
We have a
I need a
changing
shower.
room. He kind of leads you. He kind of points outside. There's sort of a door on the north-facing side that kind of leads out to kind of like a little like washing area,
Okay.
as well as an outhouse. needed.
Yeah. And then do we have other clothes? These are the only clothes I brought. Except for like a spare shirt.
I have another outfit, but it's definitely not less conspicuous.
I have tons of clothes. I wear clothes constantly, says Marcus.
Visha's gonna look
Marcus,
up,
would we be able to
up at Marcus, because he's much taller than her, isn't he? He's like,
Don't you worry. I have a magic wardrobe that resizes clothing. It was a gift from my great uncle.
It's a nice gift.
Not a great uncle. I apologize. My great grandfather gave it to me. We call him my great uncle because he's a devil.
Okay.
That's why I'm a tiefling. He points at his horns.
Ah, okay. I see. Well, would we be able to borrow some clothes?
Of course. How fancy do you want to look?
Fancy the people generally look going to this place.
Not very,
Then probably not very.
unless they're VIP.
Well, but he was looking kind of shaggy when we saw him, wasn't he? I don't know if I remember.
Well, wait, I mean,
I have him written down as shaggy brown hair.
Yeah. You remember Cardo does not look very well kempt. He's kind of like almost like an impling kind of character. He doesn't eat a lot too, so he's like very scrawny.
Marcus, I don't think we want to look like high rollers. I think we want to look like we just kind of work there.
thugs.
Thugs.
Oh! Well, then you're lucky. I have a different wardrobe where I keep my other clothing.
It's a thug wardrobe.
There's the one for parties and then the ones for disguises.
Ah.
Come, I'll give you a little bit of a tour. Marcus kind of kicks himself up and sort of leads you all to the basement stairwells. He says, come on, you'll get to see all the wondrous things that we've collected as well. Well, some of them.
Cool.
He leads the three of you down to a stone foundation built like basement area. It's really cold down here, but you find that it's, if anything, almost like a museum of sorts. There are several large cases set on like little pedestals with like glass around surrounding strange implements of items and magical trinkets that seem to all be in the area. One in particular is a red glowing ring that just glows very brightly in the downstairs basement. Marcus goes, apologies, that's the red ring. It's a powerful devil trinket that we collected from some time ago. It lets you speak to devils, but other people really don't like it when you speak to devils. He kind of like picks it up and check out this. He throws a blanket over it, but the glow continues to penetrate past the covers. Isn't that wonderful? It's almost impossible to hide if you get this on your ring.
Well, let's not do that then.
He's sort of like
It's interesting though.
pure disgusting nature.
You see that set along the walls are several wardrobes and chests that seem to be full of if anything, this looks more akin to like the backstage of like a theater production. There are several props back here, swords and weapons that look like they're fake.
Mm.
Lots of pieces of parts of costumes and whatnot, and just kind of like a sort of a menagerie of weird items. There are several other magical trinkets that are set along the room. Hold on a second. Let me pull up some descriptions for y'all. You guys get kind of like the breath of what weirdnesses remain. Oh, my kitty's chirping at me. You guys spot as you come down, you spot a large scarab. Not scarab. Scabbard.
Scabbard, okay.
Scabbard, yeah. With that looks kind of similar to it looks like it's the other half of one of the swords that Theon kind of has from the upstairs part. But the scabbard itself is contained separately in a glass display. He kind of points it as a scabbard of devouring. Put sword in there or any weapon and it'll strip away all of its magic. Terrible device. Don't use it unless you really don't like certain items.
Can I see that invitation?
Not quite the same thing. It only works on weapons.
Oh, but you could fold it into a paper sword and go sink. You ever gotten a paper cut?
He kind of looks around, just leans over, and says, "How did you know?"
I think it needs to be probably some sort of metal weapon.
Hisha.
You also spot in particular a large purple like stone crystal that seems to be uncut and whatnot. It says, "Empty soul stone. Haven't figured out who we want to imprison with that, but we've got one."
Ah.
Handy.
You pass by another set of like weird tattered robes that seem to be stitched together from several other robes. Mark is kind of offhand and says, "Muttering robe." But as you pass it, you kind of look at the robe and there's another kind of tinge of familiarity. Remember that Finnegan from that was an illithid?
Yeah.
He wore a very similar looking robe, like a strange stitched together amalgamation of an outfit. And as you kind of pass by, the robe almost kind of turns to sort of face you a little bit. Don't worry, it can't talk to you unless you wear it. Which I don't think will happen unless you wear it.
Does it usually move like that?
He kind of looks at the robes as, "Only when it likes you."
Oh, I don't like no.
Doggy
No,
waves.
keep walking.
Bye, Mr.
As you go deeper in, now it becomes kind of like there's more glass displays, but several blankets have been put over them. There's probably about 16 total glass displays, but the rest of them have blankets over them. And one of them you note is kind of shattered. To which kind of Marcus kind of shyfully kind of tries to avoid the gaze of, avoid gazing in that direction rather. He kind of motions as, "The other magical trinkets are far less friendly. Let me just put it that way. Please don't steal anything here because they're all basically just cursed items. But I do keep my jewelry here." He kind of motions to a back counter where you see kind of like a lit up mirror, kind of like a
vanity.
a vanity, where several pieces of jewelry and all these eccentric rings and necklaces that Marcus seems to have collected are all just kind of set out in display. They shine and sparkle with hints of magic, but none of them seem to be overtly magical. It seems like, if anything, you get the hint that they have like self-cleaning spells or very minute styles of like magic,
Like little enchantments, not so much like
This
a-
silver won't tarnish.
Torin, as you approach this, you spot something that that you've seen in your childhood that you don't rightly understand what it is. A small jewelry box engraved with ancient draconic runes all along it. Sits kind of in sort of a neglected part of Marcus's wondrous vanity. Why it's so familiar is because it has the Miastin family seal on top.
Like the one on my horn?
Yeah, it literally has that emblem on it. And might be why Marcus was so interested in your jewelry to begin with, but it sits there and it's almost like a glowing highlight because your eyes, wander through, but it snaps to the treasure box, the little like jewelry case.
Huh. Marcus, what is that?
Kind of points and says, "It's my jewelry. These are things you put on your fingers to
No,
show
no,
other
the box. What is the
Oh.
box?
The box. That's how I get some of my pieces of jewelry. Oftentimes, I'll buy from overseas vendors. Unfortunately, they usually give me an unlocking mechanism. This one didn't come with one. They say that some sort of tariffs have been put in place, and now trade with strange cities off the oceans are forbidden. So I bought it, but I can't open it." Kind of picks up the case and tries to, he tries a motion to unseal it. Has a really difficult time. Says, "There's no good, and I can't break it because the enchantment in there will destroy the contents."
Was
do,
it?
Do you mind if I take a look at it? Yeah, I'm gonna take
He
it.
hands it over to you.
Do you buy a lot of jewelry from HGTV?
I have a subscription.
Trading network.
The home trading, the home gnome trading network.
The Home Gnome Trading Network. That's really good.
So is there anything that looks remotely like a keyhole or anything?
No, just your family seal seems to just be sitting on top of it.
Does the Draconic say anything? on it?
The Draconic, make a history check, knowledge history check. With
Okay.
advantage. I'll give you advantage on
Alright,
this one.
sure. Pretty good. This is history?
Yes.
Okay, well I would take that 19 for a 21.
Oh, as Marcus hands you the little box, it fits in the palm of your hand, just like a square like box where like a ring would go. You feel a tinge of sort of electrical energy. The seal itself almost like the words on the outside almost make very little sense. It's definitely a series of protective wards, probably layered on top of each other. But it's confusing because it's written in a strange, almost sporadic way. And it looks like the seals were added after the arcane seals were added after the family seal was put on top. You seem kind of confused, and at first you kind of like place your palm on top and you feel like almost like an electrical charge, and you guys see arcane energy sort of dance around Torin's hand. Emil kind of coos joyfully and sort of hops down on the table and kind of like dances around just a little bit. And
Doing
you,
the
doing
hop.
a little diggy. And then you kind of feel like you sort of cup the box, and then as you kind of remove your hand, you hear a little, and it just kind of opens up. And Marcus his eyes kind of widen and go, "That's new."
Yeah, you're telling me.
Inside is a band, just a simple blue metallic band that sparks with a strange electrical energy. It also kind of it starts with an electrical and almost like a thundering energy.
Do.
Marcus kind of looks at you and says, "I don't know how you were able to open that, but I've had that thing for like 10 years. So it's yours now, I suppose."
Well, I would appreciate the chance to study it a little bit more. I think this might have come from my home, actually.
Most likely. I used to buy from Dragonborn all the time.
Yeah. Does the ring look familiar at all, or is it just the box?
Just the box has the family seal on it, and the piece of jewelry, again, is like a sort of a very simple, smooth blue band. It doesn't look familiar, but the box is more familiar to you than the object inside. That said, though, you kind of recall your life growing up, and that very few of your parents or cousins or family had a lot of jewelry on them. And in fact, you kind of recall a situation in which your mother wanted to kind of display some jewelry, but was quietly told not to by your father and eldest brother.
Interesting.
And it I mean, obviously, it feels magical.
Oh yes, it is alive with magic. I mean, not literally alive, but it's
not
dancing
gonna
with
talk
it.
to you.
Yeah, you have to specify in this kind of world.
It's not a talking ring, too.
Yeah.
Right, because talking rings are not a good thing.
No,
Not usually.
not usually. And even if they are a good thing, they tend to not stay a good thing.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that
You
shit.
put on a ring and it's like, you look great today.
Uh,
You're like, oh boy.
Oh boy, this is gonna get something.
today.
Marcus kind of smiles like, "Put it on. Why don't you?"
yeah, Torin.
Oki wants you to put the ring on.
Still have my ale. I'm just saying.
I don't know what it is though. Like, what if it's lightly cursed like our mirror?
You have a cursed mirror.
Lightly cursed.
Lightly cursed.
Yes, we do. Can I?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Can I? Is there? Should I? Well, the thing is, like,
Do you have identify?
I do.
You can cast it. Oh, and you still have this first level slot. I think it was like you're.
Actually, no. Maybe I don't have identify. Hang on.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I thought you did.
I thought I did too.
We had a scroll of identify at some point, but I feel like we might have used it.
Spell magic.
Oh, you definitely
No,
have.
I have
Identify.
detect magic.
Yeah. No, you do have identify.
I do.
Yep, it's part of your normal spells. You might not have the card for it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
looking at your character sheet right now.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently I have identify.
Yeah,
then.
that said though, I think you only have one spell cast left
in
first level.
no, I have 3 left.
Oh, you do have 3.
I have barely used any spells.
Oh, I'm looking at this in the reverse
She
way.
she
Yeah,
just already used polymorph.
That's
She
right,
didn't
yeah.
have
I used,
polymorph
I've
left.
used polymorph and I've used cure wounds and I've used lesser restoration. So I've used 1, 1, 1, 2, and 1, 4. Okay, so I can cast identify.
Yeah,
on
if
that,
you'd
so-
like.
Yeah, let's go ahead
Alright.
and see if I can.
identify will just kind of do it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a 10-minute spell though, so you're just like, hang on, guys.
Okay.
Do you
Just
want to
concentrate
flavor
for 10
text your
minutes.
identifier? How do you do it? What's your ritual? You don't have to have one if you don't want one.
Yeah, I was like, she's just gonna
Okay.
sit there and just kind of do that thing that cats do when they get focused on something. So, like, the eyes are gonna go,
Yeah.
tail's just twitching.
Yeah,
and,
it
like,
feels like twitching, popping.
she's just like, just fucking just 10,000 yards.
Staring at it
Yeah.
for 10 minutes. Yeah.
Marcus, like, while you're doing this, Marcus is like, while that's happening, let's go to the wardrobe of normal clothing.
She's gonna just kind of follow while staring at
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you're just like,
just cat zeroed in on the feather toy.
Nice.
Just walking and staring at it.
I'll make sure she doesn't run into anything.
it's which is kind of hard to do because like this is like a narrow, like a very busily stocked downstairs basement. It's basically like a hoarder's den.
If Tori could like wrap his tail around one of my wrists, that'll be enough.
Yeah, oh, that's cute. Oh, I like that.
Okay.
So, yeah, because she's holding it in one hand, so I just
You kind of you can hear him. He opens up a few of the dressers. Says, each of these dresses is magically designed to fit whomever pulls out whichever outfit. Very handy when you buy just a variety of clothes or you steal a lot of things. All right, so you wanted a tough looking look, right?
Yeah.
You wanted to dress up tough, and then you wanted to dress up like a Cardo fellow.
Yes.
Excellent. he pulls out like a variety of like sort of like not like like bouncer uniforms, like tough guy outfits.
Okay.
You know, tight shirts and like pants.
sexy pirate.
Yes. You know that a lot of his stuff seems to skew more on the carnival end of things. And with this ascot, you'll look quite menacing.
I don't think it. Yeah, but what if somebody grabs it and like tries to choke me with it? I think it's probably a good idea not to have an ascot.
No, that's the beauty of an ascot. You pull one side, it releases. Now, if they grab the full band, though, you will be teleported.
Well, yeah, but yeah. I mean, what if they go for the whole? I think probably nothing around the neck would be a good idea.
No ascots then.
I,
The outfit's going to be incomplete. Are you okay with that?
I think if I'm a thug, I don't really care if my outfit's complete. You know?
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
He kind of pulls out a play dagger and says, "Hold this while you're dressed up." It's like a wooden dagger that's painted gray.
Okay. I think I actually have a dagger. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I actually have daggers on me.
I think V has 2 daggers because
Yeah, you have two.
Because
picked up.
Well, yeah, because I had one.
Yeah,
and then I got
literally
stabbed.
have 2 daggers, so I'm just gonna pull out one of my own daggers and be like, "Well, I actually have one."
Oh, that works too.
Yeah. So,
It's like, I'm taking back my wooden dagger.
okay.
This is mine.
Yes. Yes.
Puts it away. There's so much of wooden weapons. Which, by the way, next to the wooden weapons are real weapons.
Sahuki's gonna reach for whatever bottom drawer is closest.
Oh yeah.
And can reach.
You see, so you've noted while Marcus is like grabbing outfits, and even though like smaller outfits, as he pulls it out of the wardrobe, it sizes itself to the person pulling it out. Just, go on, little fellow, grab whatever you like. He kind of picks you up and like holds you so you can like reach the top like part of the dresser.
Oh, what has the most sequins?
You find what looks to be a theatrical bandit's gown
Gonna be
with
walking in with a
several
Pahokee
sequins rolling down the sides.
Perfect.
As you pull it out, the full size thing becomes Pahokee sized.
I shove it on top of the ghillie suit
Oh.
as much as I can.
This is gonna catch the shiny's gonna catch just enough of V to just have like one of her eyes just kind of just kind of like looking at the
Shove,
Yeah.
shove.
As you guys are deciding outfits,
Stuff
I'll let
the
you guys
part
decide on
with the
2
ghillie
outfits
suit.
each for like the costume thing.
Okay.
But your spell like concludes,
Okay.
and you're able to identify this as something called a dragon ring of lightning and thunder.
I will convey that information.
All right. It
Huh.
it magnifies the damage of lightning and thunder spells, granting you a +1 damage in addition, for every. So basically, you get +1 damage to any. Let me word this correctly. Sorry, I'm trying to make it simple because I have it worded like
Nah,
old
no,
school.
you're good.
But basically, whenever you cast a spell that deals lightning or thunder damage, you gain 1 additional point of that damage per die rolled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
It is a
Oh.
greater magical item.
Yeah.
+1 per
Per
dice.
die.
It's an intensifier for lightning magic.
Yes.
You're the
It's
only
a
one
good
this will be
thing.
good for.
It does require attunement, though.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Hang on.
So you.
Rings that I think maybe someone else should have something.
And we are playing by like the homebrew attunement rules, where you start with 2,
Mhm.
and then you get +1 attunement for every proficiency bonus. So you guys can equip 5 magical items.
Okay.
I just think it's funner that way.
Yeah. I think I only have one.
Yeah, and not all magical items
Five.
requires attunement. Well, you can equip 5 technically. So never
okay.
mind. Holy cow!
Well, I have 3 that are attuned, and then I have 2 that are not attuned, and I don't know if they need to be attuned.
Oh, what items?
It's a ring of spell storing, and then the boots of Elvenkind.
The boots of Elvenkind do not require attunement.
Okay, but does the ring of spell storing?
Yes. So ring of spell storing, the because you have a.
I haven't actually used that.
The
Would
what
you
one?
want the ring of spell storing? You can spell. You can save. You can.
I can read it out
You
loud.
can store up to a level 5 spell in the ring, so that you can use a casting without using a spell slot.
Oh.
So like at the beginning of the day, you would cast a spell into the ring, and then it would store that spell, and then it would store it. It's like even if you rest, that spell would be ready.
Okay,
I've got it
gotcha.
already.
So if you wanted to use a big one and you still have one, you could cast it on the ring
Yeah.
at the end of the day and have it for the next day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you guys know you're going into big trouble, you'd be like, you cast a certain spell in there, and then you
And
could
then you
have
would
it,
have
like,
it, and then
ready.
you could have like an extra casting of something without using a spell slot.
Mm,
I haven't actually used it yet.
Yeah, because I think the thing that I have attuned is the Brooch of Lore,
Yes.
which I don't think has done anything, to be honest. I don't, well,
You gotta remember to add that extra bonus for any of your knowledge checks.
yeah.
Oh, and your bardic inspirations because it
Yeah.
gives a +1 to bardic inspirations.
Oh, that's right, because I also have a quote unquote pearl of power, which I have used. That gives me
Yeah,
back
that's
a spell-
right.
spell slot.
Okay, so
Would you like a ring of spell storing?
Sure.
I would give that to you.
what spell did you have in it originally?
I haven't used it. I literally.
Oh,
haven't
you.
even put a
Oh, so it's
spell in it.
empty.
Yeah.
Because you actually could keep the spell that you put in there.
I haven't
Yeah.
even put a spell in it, so I mean, like,
Mm.
I literally have not used it. I had it attuned, but I never used it.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
So, but if you store a spell in there, is that still a spell slot use?
Well, so you use it of the day, but after a long rest, you'll get your spell slots back, and you'll have the spell still stored.
Okay,
in the
gotcha.
range.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause the
yeah,
spell
so
just stays in there.
Yeah.
okay, but I just
So
wanted
it
to double
would-
check to make sure if it costs it costs a spell slot to cast
Yes.
the spell the first
Yeah,
time.
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
is something you would want to do, like, at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
And decide, like, what spell you want to put in it.
You know, or if it's like polymorph or something where I only have one slot.
Yeah.
I would have to. Yeah. Okay.
You'd have to sacrifice that slot, but, like, if we're on a day where you haven't used it, that
Yeah.
would be a good time to do it and then
Yeah.
have it. And then in the meantime, you can put something else in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they'll
yeah. In
just
the
kinda
meantime,
hang
yeah,
on.
and you can just override the spell.
Yeah.
All
Alright.
willy-nilly. So
How do I remove that from my inventory? I think I have to do that online.
yeah. So the
I'll
one
do
weird thing about like D&D Beyond is that you can't just like kind of freely toss items at each other, which I really wish you could do.
I can unequip it though, which is
Yeah.
is the important part.
Yeah,
And then does that have the pendant of protection?
Yeah, which is basically like a ring of protection around
It's
your
a
neck.
+1 to AC and saving throws.
Yeah.
Be okay because I don't think that actually affects my shield or my mage armor spell.
Yeah, I don't think it does. I think it's just. Wait. I don't remember if it stacks with.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, I don't think
figured
it
out
stacks
doesn't
with-
because
yeah.
I'm pretty sure mage armor is based off of
Yeah, it like
Or-
overrides.
it. Like overrides.
Yeah, it sets it at a
And
number.
because I use mage armor all the time.
Oh,
would-
that's a good point. Yeah, you might not
Yeah,
find.
would one
You
of
don't
you
get a
guys
lot of
want,
mileage.
Ring of protection +1.
Oh.
Woo! It gives you +1 to your AC and +1 to saving throws. Pretty much the only thing it's doing for me right now is making it so that my strength saving throw is not -1.
I feel like you need it because I'm
You're
kind of
just-
tanky.
Well, the thing
Well,
is
you can
that
transform, but
it doesn't actually do anything for my AC.
yeah,
Oh,
because they Torin always
Because
casts
I use mage armor.
Yeah.
Because mage armor is higher than my AC anyway. So because I always cast mage armor, it actually doesn't affect my AC.
What's your AC?
15.
Oh, mine's 12. Maybe I should
You want to take
take
that?
it. Yeah.
Because with
fine.
mage armor, my armor goes up to 14.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
want to take that,
Let's see.
because I don't think I need that.
Yeah. Truth be told, I think you're the closest one to having maxed out attunement slots, anyways. Because right now we're
I
playing.
have a lot of magical
Yeah.
items on me because apparently I take all of them.
You guys can also have magic items. Oh,
I
you also have like wands of.
fun things. I
You guys have
wand of
wands,
magic
too, don't you?
missile
Shit,
and
too.
Oh, well, I have the wands of
I
mis-
got it.
missile.
Skunk
Yeah,
it.
magic missile.
Yeah, but
The
that's not an
wands don't need
attuned
to be
item.
Yeah, that's
No.
not attuned. Yeah, which is nice.
I have the
Claws
most
of
attuned
Longest
items, I'll put it
Winter.
that way.
Oh, that's right. You have the claws of longest winter.
Yeah, I forgot what those do.
Here. Let me pull it up for you.
Well, I will give thee the ring of spell storing, and Kahoki can have the ring of protection +1.
Yay!
Which I can't remember if we decided was a ring or a pendant.
It's actually a pendant.
It
It's
is-
technically a pendant, but it's the exact same item as
Yeah.
the ring, yeah.
Yeah.
And it turns out, like, with the attunement slots, it doesn't matter what they are as long as they're attuned. But I just want to specify it is a necklace.
cool. And
a
then
pendant.
awesome. Well, I will unattune to those items tonight and attune to the dragon ring.
And so sorry. The ring of protection is +1 to
+1 to your AC and all your saving throws.
Yep. And that'll count during your wild shapes as well.
Okay.
So just remember that from now on, your wild shapes will have the extra armor. Extra
Somewhat
+1.
difficult for me.
Yeah,
to
it,
remember.
yeah. It's one of those things where it doesn't work well with D&D Beyond, so we'll have to kind of like write these things down.
See,
you know what
that's just it. D&D Beyond. That should be where this
Yeah.
shines.
Yeah, and stuff like this.
It
Yeah.
worked,
Oh yeah.
which is why I know it doesn't affect my AC, because
Yeah.
anytime I cast
Yeah.
mage armor, my AC doesn't get the +1.
Yeah. Well, so it'll do that mathematically, but like when you transform into a bear, it doesn't have.
Oh, it doesn't.
You
do
know what I
that.
mean? Like it doesn't show all of your bear stats. That's what I'm more saying.
They need to have like a slightly different setup for druids and people who can shape.
Who shapeshift? Yeah, because I
Mm-hmm.
think that's one of the hardest things because it's like if you have polymorph, it's like do you have 100 options then? You know.
Yeah,
I
that's,
need
So I totally get why it's
Definitely
more
adjusted
limited, but yeah.
calculator.
yeah.
Yep. Okay, there you go. I updated the things.
Okay, I'm just
Oh, I'm so
shifting.
sorry. Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. I'm a little bit more stiff now than actually hurty, but
Okay, good. Because I'm like, okay, so the drugs are working.
yes.
Oh, so each of you guys can choose 2 outfits, and we'll just go with the general outfits that are available in like the player's handbooks, which I will bring up here in a second.
Yep.
That way, you guys can have extra disguises and more disguises in general. Marcus also seems to imply that you guys can just keep the outfits because he has a lot. You see, half the walls are just wardrobes.
He's just got all.
he's ready to
This man
to
has a
suit
lot of
up.
I am going to also keep the box.
Oh,
If
yes,
you could.
yes. So as you remove the ring and you have identified it, you note that while you're holding the case has tinges of magic, but it's almost more chaotic magic now. Like there's layered protections,
Huh.
but you suspect that a Dragonborn didn't put those extra protections on there. Somebody else.
Like it feels like the jewelry box came from Dragonborn, but then someone else. Put
Yeah,
in
but someone
protection
slapped a
magic.
bunch of seals on it.
Do you think I could identify that kind of stuff?
If you wanna, give it a shot.
Give it a
Yeah,
Arcana
you speak
check?
Draconic, right?
I do
Yes,
speak
Yes.
Draconic.
perfect. So roll a knowledge.
A knowledge?
Yeah, knowledge check.
Okay, you know what? Let's see. We're going
Am I doing? Is that knowledge Arcana?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
I'm going to use my birthday gift dice.
Yes, knowledge arcana.
Okay.
That-
That was
right.
hard.
I have
That's 20.
17 plus 5.
22.
22?
Yeah.
And I got a 20.
The two of you kind of like investigate together. You're sort of staring at the box. And then it dawns on you. Couriers. They had to transport this, and they sealed it with magic. The only couriers that travel between Dragonlands and Mortal Lands are kobolds.
Oh.
It's cool.
Kobold magic just slapped on there. Slapped on several and if anything, you can equate this to sort of like shipping tape.
Just imagining like a present that's been wrapped by a kobold.
Yeah, just
Just like a cough.
all the stickers and the tape is just all over the box, hoping it'll keep it shut. Yeah, I got it. Oh, that's great. I love it.
So there you go.
So I mean, keep that and put that in my bag.
Yeah, the case still seems useful, and when you seal it, you note that it does kind of magically lock still. And then as you
If
kind of
kinda
like
concentrate
and
on
as you
it,
concentrate on it, it sort of slips open again.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah.
If we have anything
Yeah.
we need to keep secret that's
So
the size of a
lockbox.
ring.
Yeah, so a little magical lock. You can call it like a draconic lockbox.
Draconic lockbox.
Yeah.
Nice. That's fun. Just kobold magic.
Yeah, it's like and because of yours is high check, you can identify that at least 5 kobolds must have put on different seals on their own little magics. Yeah, that was kind of my vision. Was the kobold post office just takes the things and people are just like, yeah, magic.
Our special boys.
Special little boys.
Kobolds. They're so ridiculous.
Oh,
It's great.
oh, sorry, the Claws of Longest Winter. So, Claws of Longest Winter. While wearing the claws, you deal an extra 1d6 cold damage to any target hit by unarmed strikes and natural weapons. Such attacks are considered magical. So when you're in your bear form, you will hit for an additional 1d6 point of cold damage.
Sorry, I got as far as 1d6.
Oh. Sorry. Okay. While wearing the gloves, you deal an extra 1d6 points of cold damage to any target hit by unarmed attacks or natural weapons. So, like, when you're a bear, your claws. When you're a horse, your hooves.
When you're a dinosaur, it's your teeth.
Your teeth, yeah. So they deal extra cold
or your
damage
horrible
now.
little hand.
What's kind of funny is that it also has the added bonus of your attacks are magical, except that I think at level 7 your attacks become magical because you're a druid anyway.
It's like with monks and their magic punches.
Yeah, exactly. Magic fists.
I can punch.
I have magic ghosts. I have magic ghosts.
Oh god,
A
now
direct quote from Bo. Not
Yeah.
even kidding.
oh god, sorry. Now I was just because we just talked about kobolds and I'm picturing a kobold monk.
Oh,
With like little gold pants.
That's adorable.
oh! Don't forget, you have your instrument of the bard sitar.
Yes, I have
That
my sitar.
yeah, which
Yes.
does not require attunement.
Maybe it does.
I think it does.
Oh, you know, I think it does. I just don't think it's available in D&D.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
because
what
it's
it
a
was.
custom
we
item.
don't pay
Yeah,
for it. That's right.
yeah. That's right.
Yes. Okay. So 3 equipped items.
Yeah, there you go. So, because I was like, I thought I had balanced it a little bit better than that.
Yeah, I was
so.
like, yeah, I have my
Yeah.
my Sitar.
I just keep getting rings.
Yeah, jewelry. So, that's kind of a thing.
Sorcerer, shiny rings.
We like all the rings, okay?
Well, that's
About
okay.
rings.
Horn on your tail, you have extra places.
I actually kind of like that new magic system where it doesn't, because before it literally was one ring on each hand, like a hat, a necklace.
Uh-huh.
But now it's just like, your attunement slots, just whatever. So if you want like 5 rings, it's like, I got
All
rings, baby.
I got bling, bitch.
Yeah.
Do that thing that I do when I have my rings on and clack them together. Clink, 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 clink,
Clink,
clink,
clink,
clink,
clink.
Well, I'm kind of picturing this one as looking like, I know it's like kind of like my Gypsy Danger ring, where it's
Yeah.
just the flat
Yeah.
circle, but
Yeah,
just blue
yeah.
instead of black.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let me actually pull up the chapter for investigative tools. Oh, I also wanted to ask you guys really quick. What tools do you guys have? Because I
Oh.
realized that I was doing kind of lock picking wrong.
I'm pretty sure I do not have lockpicks. I have.
I do.
You do. I know you do.
Yeah, because I checked.
So it's been fine. Yeah.
Gave me.
So I have my arcane focus, which also doubles as my trinket of power.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so I have.
So you have thieves then Serrano.
I do. Have
And then
these
Nita, I
tools.
think you have an herbalism kit.
Yeah,
I have a
you gave me
disguise
an
kit.
Oh yes, you. Oh good. So you do have a disguise kit. That was the other question I had.
I have a
I-
disguise kit. I have a costume and clothing. So
Mhm.
I've got clothes and a costume. I have a disguise kit, crossbow, dagger, javelin, leather armor. I have my sitar. I have that lightly cursed mirror and
Yep.
a normal mirror.
And a normal mirror, thankfully.
Rapier. I
Who's
have.
kept the bag of holding? Did we?
I have
That's
it.
you, right? Okay.
I have the bag of holding. I've got a knife, thieves' tools, water skin.
Wow.
I also have the fork tongue, 2 vials of bone meal.
That's
a
why you
vial of
keep
demon
collecting all the
ichor,
weird stuff.
3 drake claws, a drake horn, a gold chain, a bundle of elf flesh.
It's a
I
very
have a bunch
nice
of-
bundle.
I have a bunch
You
of
know
shit
that
in
the
here.
elf flesh has stayed smooth the entire time.
Is it still
and
warm?
yeah.
Oh,
Smooth
God,
and
I-
warm.
Sorry.
she's not
Baby
touching
elf
it
flesh.
very often.
It's true. You definitely feel uncomfortable every time you think about it.
Like, just
If we ever
gear-
really need to gross out an elf. Here, hold this.
Hey, I got something for you.
Just
Take this
like-
back to your kind.
just gear wise, I have kind of your regular explorer's kit. That's
Okay.
about
Yeah,
it.
I have
I don't
the-
have any. I don't have any special like kit. I have a mess kit, but that's about it. I don't have anything like a
Yeah.
disguise kit or anything like that. And I
Okay.
don't have thieves tools.
So you're, as long as you're proficient with the tools, you can like get a pair and then like kind of use them. But chances are, if you don't have
Oh,
the
you-
tools, you probably weren't.
Did you stab
Oh,
yourself?
I have 2 costumes.
Oh, that's what I thought. That's what I was trying to get. I was trying to
I have
remember how
1
many
set of
clothes.
clothes,
Don't stab yourself.
2 sets of costumes, and then a
Maybe if you stop holding your pencil that
and
way.
1 disguise kit.
I
Oh, I actually have a lot of clothes.
Yeah, so you already have a bunch of clothes.
Well, sort of. I have 2.
I have traveler's
costume
clothes,
outfits.
but I was counting that as what I was wearing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have the clothes that I was wearing, the dhoti sari, and I've got the costume clothes, which I'm assuming are more like performing outfits.
Yeah, it's a festival, like very
Yeah,
brightly
so-
colored.
So it's likely like I've got like a lunga choli in there
Yeah.
and something probably more close, and then a disguise kit. I don't know what that is.
Oh, so a disguise kit allows you
it's
to literally
hair-
like put makeup and stuff in
Cosmetics,
disguise.
hair dye,
Yeah.
small props.
Yep. A lot of those like items.
Proficiency with this kit lets you add proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to create a visual disguise.
Exactly. I was gonna say, there's actually a lot of cool little things you can do with these things. So
I don't have anything.
Marcus is offering
So I
you
have
each
makeup.
3 kinds of clothing.
Okay.
His choices are he has sets of fine clothing, which look to be like noble, like not nobles, but upper like kind of like class
Upper class,
outfits.
yeah.
He has a noble's outfit. He has commoner's clothing, and he has several different sort of themed costumes. So he's got a sailor's outfit. He's got a hooligan outfit, which is the one he's kind of offering for you guys right now.
Yeah.
And then he's got like, I already said the traveler's ones. Oh, and he's got commoner's clothes, which are like, sort of like farmer-esque clothes, very basic, like beige shirt, like kind of like just normal like cloth pants.
What would the hooligans' clothes look like?
They look like they're darker leathers. They're not actually made from leathers. It's like a cloth, but just kind of painted dark. So it's like a black pair of pants, a sort of a gray shirt with little suspenders that go up, and a little belt that kind of matches. It gives you a very general look, but enough to convey that like you're sort of like a tough crowd guy fellow.
And then would he have any coats I could pair with that?
Oh,
Or is it
yeah,
just
yeah.
the-
He offers a few jackets. The jackets can be kind of like the same quality, like common, fine travelers, and then like a sort of a themed costume.
I will
like
take
this.
hooligan clothes.
All right, with the Hooligan's jacket.
Yeah.
All right.
What does
Hands
the
you
hooligan's
the
jacket look like?
It's like a nice leather jacket that kind of like sits. It's a little bit heavier than like a traveler's one. It's more to kind of keep you bundled. The idea is that you'll be doing stakeouts and that kind of thing. So it's kind of like a warmer, heavier set leather jacket.
Okay, well, I mean, we decided that the coat I was wearing was kind of a leather jacket anyway.
Yeah,
like a leather
exactly.
coat.
Yours is more like a traveler's one. It's a little bit lighter and a little
lighter?
bit more
Okay.
color. Like I would say, it's like a dark, like blue gray kind of thing.
Well, the
or
coat-
I guess yeah.
the
what
coat
was
I
the-
drew was it was black at the bottom, but the top
That's-
had like
yeah.
red paneling
Yeah.
to it. That was and like some white
Yeah.
tufting. So I mean, it's a little. It's
A little bit,
conspicuous.
yeah. This one is more it's more like kind of urban focused. It is just a sort of a dull gray, like a black gray.
Okay.
And
take that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
perfect.
still have the gloves I borrowed from him.
Yep.
I will give them back.
Okay. Those are his favorites.
I know.
Did you want any costume pieces? He lets you choose up to 2.
Okay.
Eat a cookie.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I should be snacking.
Okay.
I should be snacking.
You should be snacking. Call 1-800. Are you snacking? Let me snack. Sorry. Okay. So you said there's like nobility clothes, upper class clothes, common folk clothes, and hooligan clothes.
There's also like a merchant's outfit, which is like a traveling kind of merchant's garb. It comes with like a sort of empty backpack, but it looks to sort of be like a sort of traveling salesman kind of thing. Oh, and these also come with matching shoes, by the way.
I don't wear shoes.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of why I didn't mention the shoes. 'Cause literally, none of you wear shoes.
I'm just gonna wear like the dark kind of reddish brown leather wraps that I have around my feet regularly. So I'm just gonna wear those.
Okay.
Keeps my pants out of the way.
Being a bard, you know that there's some advantage to having the noble's outfit.
Yeah.
It's very eccentric looking,
Mhm.
but it kind of gives off the air of someone who belongs up higher up the mountain than someone so close to the base.
Yeah. Wait, you said he was offering us 2 outfits?
Yeah, 2 outfits.
Can I take one hooligan outfit and one that's not the noble but like upper class?
Yeah, the fine one.
The fine one.
Yeah. Hands you a fine one, and the fine one has more, not like accessories, but it is basically like a nice kind of like overcoat jacket. It's kind of like a cheap suit, but it looks really good.
Okay. So I'll do nobility clothes, and I'm just trying to decide if I want to do commoner's clothes or a hooligan outfit.
Yeah. The commoners, the difference really is that the hooligan looks like you're kind of shadier. Like it gives you kind of a naturally kind of like a shadier look.
Like everything comes with a popped collar.
Yeah, like a collar. There's like straps on the inside for where you could put like hidden weapons, but such that you would be walking around to show off the daggers to kind of intimidate people.
Gotcha.
Like they're kind of like clearly made that way.
Gotcha.
It's almost comical because you get the sense that Marcus comes from a theatrical background of
Yeah.
sorts, but it still conveys the same message.
But yeah, commoner's clothes is just going to be like a tunic and pants
Yeah.
with like a belt or something.
yeah, like a basic, like really basic look that'll let you blend in with the crowd more,
Yeah.
even if you're a cat person.
Yeah, even if you're a cat person. All right, I think I might actually stick with the commoner's clothes.
Okay. So go ahead and add those to your inventories. Pahokee.
Pahokee has already obtained the sparkly sequin. What did you say it was? Like some sort of like magical sequin thug outfit?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a themed costume,
Yeah.
and so put a costume, like hooligan costume with sequins into your inventory.
In...
And did you want another outfit? Most of these will fit into the bag of holding with no problem, just because clothes tend to be, heavier.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
writing it down
Yeah.
to keep track of it.
I don't know. What's the second sparkliest thing?
It's probably the most sparkliest thing is a noble outfit.
I see.
Just judging by the look of this noble's outfit, it's worth about 30-ish gold. It comes with kind of an accompanying kind of like nicer looking necklace that doesn't have a gemstone in it, but it's still made from like precious metals. Like it's like a silver. It's like a little silver necklace.
Pahokee wants the shiniest one.
The outside of the costume pieces, the noble's outfit is the next shiniest. The costume pieces are almost comically shiny.
See, that's where Pahokee's gonna go.
Then you'll go, and then the next one that you spot is a sailor's pirate costume.
Yes, I need to be.
Yes,
Be skinny.
Because like that's what I was looking for.
Spread out.
With the billowy shirt and the
Yeah,
pants.
big belly shirt, big ruffly like look.
Sequined pirate outfit.
I'll allow it.
Why not?
Are you really gonna stop her?
Yeah, right. I mean, Pokey chooses, and Marcus is always down. He thinks that everything is a good idea.
Did we
There's
decide?
nothing wrong with this plan?
Did we decide how many uses of that paint that we had?
I would say, but I don't
feel
know.
like
what
we
You
did
it's
better.
getting pretty tempting. I'm gonna say 30 uses.
30?
30. Yeah.
Why not?
Well, you paid like 2 gold for that, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I,
look
yeah.
at it.
Yeah, because it was a huge jar. So I'd say
Okay.
30 uses.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially since you're only covering. Well, yeah, you're only covering face and like upper chest, right? You're not like doing full body. Are you doing full body?
Well, I'm doing like face and like up here, and then my hands are covered, so I don't need to do that. But I do have my tail.
Yeah, your tail. Okay, I'd still say 30. 30 still
Okay.
seems about right. So
it's
30
it's
uses.
my tail I was worried about.
Yeah.
Because I have a kind of long tail, so it's
Oh.
Tails are big, thick.
yeah.
Big,
Tips are big, thick.
Big, thick, 2 C's.
Oh, by the way, you know what I really want to do? I do actually want to see if I can find tail satchels.
Oh,
You know that drawing that
Yeah.
somebody did of like the satchels that go around the base of the tail
Yeah.
and then attach to the belt? I want to find one of those, but not right now.
that's okay. I still need to get that hairpin made.
Yeah, that's right. You haven't even been to Market Town.
Yeah, we haven't
We
gone
haven't
up
even-
yet.
Yeah, you
It's
guys haven't
our
got
chance of-
into-
well, looks
yeah.
like we're
We'll
not
do that
going
when we
to.
go to
Yeah.
Market Town.
I was like, we're gonna have that chance because we gotta go to the thingy.
Yeah, we'll make it.
Make an intelligence check. Yeah, make an intelligence check.
Please tell me that's a 9.
This is a low check.
Okay, hang on.
Well, I was gonna say, is there like, would we be able to go in the morning and then go to the shady shit at night?
Oh, it was just
That's-
more that was the concern. It's like, how soon do we need to go do the shady shit?
Yeah, that's true. That's actually a really good option, honestly.
Well, because I'm like, are
Um,
they even like, do they do shit during the day? Is that like,
Um,
are they like a
judging
24-hour
by-
joint?
Yeah,
or do
just
we
just
know?
seeing from how the outside market is, it seems like life doesn't begin. Like the night stuff doesn't even begin until 7 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you guys would have all day.
Okay. that's fine.
What'd you get on the check though?
Oh.
Just curious.
That was, you said intelligence?
Yeah, intelligence.
That would have been a 9. It's not
Oh,
very
yeah.
good.
It's enough to discern that like likely legal proceedings occur at the top of the mountain
Mhm.
where the courts are, and since Volog goes there daily to hit up the courts, he might be able to run an errand for you if you find that you do not have the time to do it
Okay.
yourself. Yeah, just as an FYI.
Okay. Volug is the dwarf attorney.
All right,
Because I already paid for it. I just had the letter.
he's got the
What
writ.
are we doing?
My hairpin.
Yeah.
I have from
Yeah.
so
I know, I'm
So
I
last
like
year,
something out.
last year. So when we were still in
Ravencrest.
Ravencrest Hills,
Uh-huh.
Viksha asked the one of the dwarven forgers, or the one that you got your pocket watch from,
Right.
if he could make a particular type of hairpin for me. It's a 2-pronged metal
That's
pin
right.
that I could actually potentially use for additional uses beyond just holding my hair up.
Okay.
But he said he couldn't, but he has a cousin in Dragon's Meat
It drags me
that
who
could. And
right,
so
okay.
he wrote me like a little letter so I could just give it to him.
Yeah.
I apparently
You have a
completely
writ.
spaced that interaction because I was like, what
He's
hairpin?
like, what's happening?
Okay, got it.
Alright.
Also, is Alter Self different from Disguise Self? I feel like they might be different spells.
Oh, they might be. Let's double check.
Because I have alter self, and I'm like, I don't know if that's the same as disguise self.
Yeah, let me
'Cause-
double check. I sometimes get some of those spells mixed up a little bit.
Well, because
so
this one says it's choose one of these options, and it's more like adaptations. And, well, change appearance is one of them.
yeah, because I was gonna say change appearance because you can transform yourself. I think it's one of those things where you have to be roughly the same size. Like
Yeah.
you can't be a giant,
Mm.
but you can certainly be a different kind of humanoid.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was. I'm like, wait, change appearance. Does that just mean I can look different, or does it mean I can
Yeah.
mimic another person?
Yeah, you can decide what you look like, including your height, facial features, and weight and features. The sound of your voice, hair length, and coloration. Yeah, so you have
This-
alter self, right?
Alter self.
Yes, yeah, the alter self would be perfect for it.
I
And
think
it would
dis-
last an hour.
Last
I think disguise self like includes clothing.
Oh,
I think
that's
I think that's
true.
why it might be different because I
Yeah.
think disguise self is the whole thing,
Okay, gotcha.
whereas alter self is literally just you, and then you'd still have to have clothing.
Yeah.
I think.
Let's look up the disguise spell.
D&D, where you
D&D.
watch us look stuff up.
I thought it was just the spell alter self. Is there actually a disguise spell?
There is a disguise self spell. I'm pretty sure. I could be high. I
It's
did
okay.
make a muzzle
I
relaxer.
I believe you. Oh yeah, here it is. Disguise self. You make yourself including your so you transform a little bit of everything.
Yeah, so disguise self is like the whole thing, whereas alter self
Yeah.
is just you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, interesting that they're specifically different.
That is a little weird, yeah.
Yeah.
You think they just lump it all under one
Yeah.
spell, but
Especially
No!
since it
Wizards!
was a
it's wizard rules.
a wizard did
You
it.
know, they wizard rules, that's true.
All right.
Well,
Marcus also hands you guys a crowbar,
Okay.
Okay,
just in case.
oh
in
dear.
case of what?
Breaking and entering.
We're
That's
just,
fair.
just gonna stow the crowbar.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
very
okay,
important for
crowbar and barge.
hooligan-y sorts to, fit the role, says Pahokee, standing proudly in their stuffed sequined outfit. Hands on hips. Sparkling.
I don't even recognize who you are anymore, but I love it.
Yeah. Hey,
I feel like Marcus doesn't have object permanence.
What are you talking about? All these magical items are permanent.
That's yep, they are.
He kind of smiles and says, "Listen, now that you're geared up, I can offer you guys some other things too." He kind of kicks open a nearby chest, and several potions of healing are within. He pulls them out and hands each of you 2 potions of greater healing.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's very helpful. Thank you.
Greater healing. Oh, I still actually have one. So
2
potions.
excellent.
So that means I have
Greater healing. I feel like I had a couple regular ones.
I have 1 potion of healing left, and that gives me 3 potions of greater healing because I'm stingy and I hang on to them.
Hell yeah, no, you should. Oh, and I learned something about potions, by the way. You can identify potions by sipping it a little bit. So,
I have
So I could be like, oh
yeah.
that's poison.
I
Yeah.
have something marked here that just says 1 greater potion. I don't know if that meant healing or not.
I hope that means healing. We'll say it's healing, yeah. 1 greater potion.
So I now also have 3.
He also hands you 2 vials of anti-poison.
Okay,
Just,
so
just in
anti-poison.
case, they're sneaky down there.
It's probably a good plan.
This is the tastiest dungeon we've ever made.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Look at it. He gives us how many vials of that?
2 of them, just 2.
2 each.
Two
Yeah.
each or
No, just 2 total.
Two
Yeah,
total.
2 total.
So you take one and I'll take one? Sure. Okay. And
One of us can always shove it into Pokey if needed.
Anti-poison. I don't know how to spell poison. That's close enough.
Poison.
Nope.
Did you flip the I and the S?
Nope. Poison.
Oh,
Poison.
poison. Zoin.
No.
Zoin.
My brain is not doing the thing.
Oh.
It's the sweetest dungeon ever.
I know.
It's very sweet.
I love this.
I want more coffee, but I don't because I know it's gonna make me hyper as shit
Yep.
because I already had
No,
2
no.
cups.
Give me my coffee.
Then definitely stick to the water. Coffee will dehydrate you.
I already drank this one.
I know.
Marcus kind of like crosses the room and says, if you ever need any mundane supplies, feel free to borrow some, but please don't get too over enthusiastic. Our supply is limited, without our mana, of course.
Oh, we appreciate all your help.
Of course, of course. Anything to help fellow adventurers sneak into a den of thieves and steal whatever you're doing. Oh, speaking of which, that reminds me. I have a little favor to ask of you. Kind of looks around and says, we are in confidence, right?
We are in your dungeon.
That's confidence. Kind of stares down and says, listen, since you'll be infiltrating Ogun's pit anyway,
Would you like us to pick up the Echo Stone they've taken?
we would love that. It's actually a way key, but yes.
Yes.
Wicked.
A wakey.
It's called the Siphon of Bones, specifically. It was
Excellent
stolen from
name.
us very recently. And I'm going to level it with you folks. Theon's having a hard time without it. So his ability to unattune you hinges on you getting back that way key. Chances are it's either locked up in Zabraza's lair or Ogun's. We're hoping it's in Ogun's.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
does it look like?
He pauses for a second, and you see his eyes uncharacteristically kind of dull for a moment. And in a weird, strange, monotone voice, he kind of says, "It is an obelisk made of bones, and it glows with the righteous power of the eldest one."
Seems perfectly fine and normal.
And then with a blink, Marcus kind of returns and says, "Did I describe it well? I hope I did."
It was very thorough, thank you.
Oh,
Bones.
excellent.
Obelisks.
With the what?
Eldest one.
Was with the power of the eldest one? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Oh,
it is.
I was like,
I was
DM, I'm
showing.
asking you.
My apologies. Yeah.
Power of the...
Girls with eldest one power. Okay. Obelisk of Bones. I'm like, I know like this thing is supposed to be kind of creepy and weird, but
Oh,
I'm sitting
Siphon of Bones. Sorry.
Siphon of Bones. But yeah, but he said it's an obelisk.
Obelisk of
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
obelisk made of bones, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, I want that.
yeah. You kind of really do.
No, like me.
Oh!
Fred wants her own obelisk of bone.
No, my fucking like methodological heart is like, give me obelisk of bones. That's also a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Obelisk of bones.
Obelisk of Bones.
And it does something really stupid. It's got cartoon eyes.
Oh my
Ah.
god. It
I totally
definitely
would.
does.
But okay, so yes.
Marcus kind of like smiles and says, "Listen up, I'll let you guys finish packing things. Meet me upstairs, I'll show you to your rooms." Kind of like stomps off and he kind of like marches up the stairs. And you guys are kind of left alone, just the three of you in this sort of basement, this theater hoarder's basement.
I think, I think at some point I might need to write a letter home. I have a lot of questions.
Ka kind of like comes up to you and kind of like hugs your leg and says, "Ka knows great couriers."
Gotta give him a pat and go, yes,
Mhm.
they would be perfect for the job.
I'm just
So-
I'm stuck on cold
Uh,
whale carriers.
I'm gonna kind of like again showing the box, kind of showing the box to B again, and just kind of pointing at the crest on the front, and then pointing out that it matches the one that I have on my horn.
I thought that looked familiar.
I have no idea what this is.
Looks like a box.
It is a box, but there's a lot of things going on with Blue Dragonborn currently, and I'm only just now getting all this information now, and I feel like somebody somewhere forgot to tell me something.
From my experience, when it's something big and they've neglected to tell you, it's not a matter of forgetting. I think they
That's
were
fair.
probably intentionally keeping something for you for what reason? I don't know. They may have been trying to protect you, or maybe they just thought it wasn't something worth knowing. I feel like the latter is probably less likely, though.
People don't tell Pahokee a lot anyway, so I don't know. I'm sure they just forgot.
Okay. I just, yeah, I feel like I'm remembering things from my childhood a little differently lately.
That happens to all of us, I think, at some point or another.
What the hell happened though? I like, as far as I knew, like they never really told us not to leave. We just kind of didn't.
Well,
But it sounds like
implicit
around
rule-
here they don't want blue dragonborn traveling.
implicit rules. I would say that the environment I grew up in is probably quite different. But I think, look, that trade embargo that was mentioned is probably something to do with it. I don't think it's. I'm not sure, but it seems that blue dragonborns don't seem to have quite the relationship with the other types of dragonborns that we see here.
That's what I'm getting. I guess I just
Did you ever see any of the kinds of dragonborns when you grew up?
no, but we're kind of in a weird corner. So I just kind of assumed we were out of the way. Or I guess it's not really a corner, but
Yeah.
it's a small village. I mean, I didn't feel like anybody had a reason to travel there.
Did you guys pay your taxes?
The fact that she knows what those are.
You hear kind of shaking head and shaking his little head and goes, "No, blue dragonborns aren't to leave the Isles without Lord Takaris."
Yeah, see, there's that name again. I had never heard that name until we got over here.
Ka, do you happen to know why that is?
He kind of just playfully shakes his head, but then kind of like gives himself a sort of like a stern, he puffs his chest out a little bit, sucks in his stomach, and then sort of mimicking like a dragonborn, I guess. You're not sure? He goes, "Lord Takara say, no kobolds don't take dragonborn past seas."
Oh,
All right.
And then loud lightning.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's very dragonborny.
Oh, I really hope I didn't get those kobolds in trouble. I kind of had some ferry me here.
Oh.
Well, not here, but to the continent, and
Yeah.
Ka knows you're not supposed to travel. I imagine those kobolds did so knowing.
I don't remember them putting up that much of a fight.
You kind of remember the kobolds were just happy to serve a
Yeah, they
dragonborn.
were just kind of happy to help.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair though, kobolds don't really say no to dragonborn a lot, so
It's hard for us. We love you.
I just want to
Comes over and like,
I kind of hug him back.
It's just that we love you.
we
She's
love
just gonna
you.
dissociate a little bit for just a moment. And like,
Like, dragons are great.
oh, she's just thinking about Rakshasas and what they're expecting. She's like,
Yeah, you get a sort of a
that meme with the puppet just. The big eyes just turning away. It's just BSODs for 30 seconds.
Pahoki has a theory.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna look around this room. I'm gonna find there's gotta be like a blue thing, right?
blue thing.
Yeah,
The thing that's blue.
Oh, yeah, sure. You find some like blue tunics set up on a little
Sweet.
hanger.
I grab a blue shirt,
All right, you grab one.
and then I look for like a green shirt.
You find a green shirt
I go to color. What's the difference in color?
in color. Ka kind of looks at them, kind of nervous. Is one shoots lightning, one shoots acid.
He's not colorblind, you guys. That's the problem.
Is there any like lengths of cloth that he's got down there? Like,
Oh yeah,
silk
he's
or-
actually got like spools of like fabric, and
Does he have any like silk or?
it doesn't look like he has anything fancy like silk, but he has dyed. He has several pieces of dyed like cotton.
Cotton?
We've established that kobolds can tell the difference between blue and green.
Okay, does he have these
Sorry.
rolls of cotton fabric? Does he have any that are colored, or are they all white?
There's a few that are dyed. Like he's got some yellow ones, a spool of like red, and then like let's say and green. Like he's got kind of like and blue.
And blue?
Yeah.
Alright, Beach is gonna just roll herself like 9 yards of one of those.
You kind of just
That's a sorry. That's all I can make a sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It's just 9 yards of fabric. 9 to 12. Well, 6 to 12. But yeah,
Yeah.
9. I'm gonna take 9. So, okay.
and these are healthily large spools, and you see that Marcus even has kind of like a little sewing station of sorts where it seems like he does like repairs her clothing or makes clothing down here.
Okay.
It's unclear.
Alright, she's gonna go ahead and take, let's say, we'll take a green. So I'm gonna take some, I'm just gonna say, I write down green, it's not right.
Yeah.
It's just 9 yards of fabric.
Oh, as you're picking it up to like kind of like cut it, you find a set of golden fabric shears, and as you touch them, the fabric shears kind of wiggle and sort of dance to life, and they kind of like float for a second, and kind of in a weird communicative way, kind of go six, and then it like motions towards the spool that you're holding, and it kind of goes six, and it's you get the impression it's asking how much do you want.
So I tell it 9 yards?
Yeah. The spool, it kind of like pulls up the spool, kind of rolls out 9 yards, and just goes, and it kind of goes, and it kind of floats down back to the ground.
She's just gonna fold that fabric up.
Hey, then.
And that's like, now
The unicorn wieners.
so technically now she's got 2 normal outfits.
Why did we get 50 unicorns?
They're very sparkly, I assume.
Sparkly.
Oh.
Water really quick.
I don't know.
Hollow dildos! Hollow dildos!
Ah,
Once you,
sorry.
You're good. I'm
you
just
guys
back.
doing the basement?
What?
Yep, I'm done.
I
Oh,
am good
look
at
at
getting
sparkly.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Oh, as you guys get ready to sort of leave the basement, you hear Emil kind of tugging at something, and suddenly there's a kind of like a crash as a
Oh
few
my god.
pieces of wood kind of fall down, and you feel a plume of dust kind of like rush over towards you, giving you this sort of a
Neil, what
coughing.
the fuck, man?
Emil kind of hops playfully at a large, like, massive portrait that is, like, sort of, like, painted, set against the kind of ground that once had, like, a blanket over it. In it, you spot the current members of the society, including 3 members that you don't recognize. You see Marcus in front, kind of in the same pose from before.
Of course.
Carolyn standing next to him, like, heroically. They're kind of in this heroic, like, stance. But then next to Marcus is a woman who has a similar build to Marcus, like a sort of like a larger build. She's a little bit more pitched, but she kind of stands like next to him. Her eyes glow with sort of a golden light, and her hair seems to sort of dance with celestial energy. She looks to be an asymmetre, kind of standing back to back with Marcus.
Doing a dumb pose?
Yeah, basically doing a dumb pose together. And then there's 2 other individuals,
be
sort of like 2 kind of
filmmaking.
ratty humanoids. Not like ratty looking, but they're kind of like, they're small and they have like big kind of like they have sort of big faces. They're sort of younger looking folks. They're holding like weapons, like little daggers and swords, and they look to be twin brothers. And below, written in kind of like a little sort of a nameplate, is just it just says the society's family.
Mhm.
But you do note that, like, again, the twins and then the woman are missing from the upstairs crew.
Marcus's mom and brothers.
Do the younger human twin boys look anything like our wizard buddy from upstairs?
No, they do not.
Okay.
Do they look at all like...
Sorry. And also, you spot Ralg and Lucre as well in the portrait.
Yeah.
Kind of in heroic pose. Lucre in particular is holding a big crossbow as she's sitting on the shoulder of Ralg, who is characteristically leaning kind of sluggishly on her sword, like on her axe, like she does.
Interesting.
Emil kind of seems to point at the twins, and in a weird sense kind of echoes out, it's like, dead.
Oh. Yeah, I kind of figured that for myself, buddy.
And Emil kind of like, he hops over and he goes, dead, and points at one of the twins, the one on the right, but then kind of points at the other and says, alive, dead,
Okay.
Dead.
Well,
alive.
okay, hang on. Hey, stop it. That's creepy.
Hops around and goes,
No, I know you can mimic, but you're still being creepy, bud.
To like try and get Emil to like hop up on her arm so she can ask him, how do you know that?
Emil hops up on the and
On the
I mean,
paw.
yeah, on your paw. Kind of looks at you and goes, "Mists, mists."
Oh. Wait, what? Did
You speak to the bit better than I do.
I do?
And she's gonna like scratch Emil like under his little.
Emil, like, you know, does joy bird noise.
Gonna have him kind of hop over to my arm.
Yeah. Emil
Like-
wanders over to you.
Okay.
And
so
you sense that Emil's
in the
very happy.
mist- So you had a vision in the mist, or you ran into people in the mists?
Emil looks at you and confused because Emil communicates to you that you're in the mists.
Okay.
Well, that's not good. Oh, we still are, aren't we? In a way,
Wait,
huh?
what? Wait.
Ah.
What? Wait. What?
You feel sort of an icy breeze kind of overtake
Oh,
you, and a familiar
no.
voice kind of slithers into your minds as a strange, palatable mist comes from the ground upward, and you hear a voice that says, "Just be quick, we must speak." And with that, we will be calling it from this
my God,
second.
Sucked it.
No. The basement. Oh, Marcus hears us.
So thank you all so much for joining us. That was
It's like he's just upstairs and he just hears.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a little camera's like pan.
We're just like, yeah. Fine, everything is not fine. Whoops.
Oh, okay. Well,
Miss. We are
I-
all in the midst in our own way.
oh no, he meant. Oh man. Well, I got cool dragon ring,
Yeah.
which is nice.
I love the idea of Kahoki in like a flamboyant, literally
Yes.
type thing with
It's just
on top of the ghillie suit. I'm thinking,
yeah, it's just Gilly's suit sticking out of the sleeves.
I kind of imagine, you know, the fairy grandmother in like Shrek 2?
Oh,
When she's got the weird like sequence dress.
All the sequin dress. Yeah.
So stinking cute. I love
What did
it.
she drop?
Yeah, she drew it.
Aww. Do you mind if I show the stream?
sure, it's not really coherent, but sure.
It's not coherent, but behold!
Can you?
There it is. There it is. It's got a delay, so it's hard to say.
That's cute. Oh my god. That's great. That's the best. It doesn't.
Goofy face.
This thing is it sizes itself to Pahokee.
Exactly. Not
Oh,
necessarily
he's
the
wearing
ghillie
the
suit.
ghillie
Yeah,
suit.
not necessarily the ghillie suit.
Stop.
Is that blue? That's blue. All right. I'm sorting my dice.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just do it. You guys are gonna level up from this.
Oh, cool.
Doing nothing. Having
Yeah.
a conversation.
I feel like this is like you get all the quests and now it's time to turn in for the XP.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's been a while since we've
We have
leveled
to
up.
take a long rest anyway.
Yeah.
And also before we go to bed, V's gonna well, if we're not sucked into the fucking mists again, we'll see. But V's gonna try and talk to Theon before bed. So.
Yes.
Because he's sitting in the library, so she's gonna be like, I'm gonna go talk to him.
Shut what up, boy? Oh, and don't forget, I gave everybody a free feat just to ensure that we had that extra free feat from last time.
Did I take that?
What was it?
It was if you had ritual caster find familiar or not. That would be determined if you get the free feat, but the other two will get the free feat.
We get a feat?
Yeah, you guys get a free feat.
I don't think so because I think we.
I'd have to look at the book, huh?
Wait.
Did we or did we not?
I don't remember that.
Oh no, that's right. We were gonna let me have that as a ritual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So I
right.
wanted to give you ritual caster, and I wanted to be like more like more like stable in the normal system. So it just makes more sense to just give you the feat. And then I figured if I gave you a feat, I could give them the feat too.
So does that mean I wait? What does that actually mean though?
So that means that you can like literally cast that spell as a wizard. So if Emil ever dies, you could bring Emil back and get Emil back, not get a new familiar. You get
right,
Emil back.
but it's just that one spell.
Yeah,
though,
you'll
right?
get that
Okay.
spell. Yeah, basically.
Okay, cool. Right, yeah, because we were. That's what we agreed
Yeah,
on.
'cause-
That's right.
I didn't want to have the weird because I was reading about the find familiar feat and I was like, oh, I don't want the idea that if Emil dies, then you go to like a wizard. They might not get you Emil back.
It might
They
not be a
get
meal. It might be a different
yeah, it might be a
familiar.
different familiar.
Oh, okay.
So I thought it'd be more sense to have you cast it yourself,
Okay.
especially since you cast it originally.
Yeah. 'cause
So
I'm gonna have that head
yeah,
count, yeah.
so
So I'm level 8.
8. You're on level 8 now. Oh, here, why don't you guys roll your hit dice right now? So we
I
can...
just put all my dice away.
Look at this giant dice bag, everybody.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I got
show
the
them.
Critical Role dice bag of hoarding.
It's amazing.
It's huge.
Oh, I love it. The interior's really cute too. It's got that like the Critical Role like
Stuff in
Stuff
it.
in
It
it.
holds all my
Yeah.
dice. Holds lots of dice.
yeah.
Alright, so what do I roll for hit dice?
Yeah. What do I roll?
You guys are both D6s, I think.
Okay.
I
So it's
think
like-
I am.
Yeah, D6 plus your Constitution modifier. I think you're a D8.
I don't know how to do this ever. I don't understand it.
Okay, so this is your max health is increasing, so you just have to roll this dice. But roll it in view.
Da-da-da-da. 2.
2.
Okay, so mine is plus which modifier?
It's your Constitution.
My hit points just go up by 2.
Oh wait, hang on. It's 2 plus your Constitution modifier. Yeah, it's 2.
Okay, my con modifier is only 1, so that is a total of 6.
6. Okay, that's good.
Hey,
Yeah,
I rolled a
wow,
6.
you got max.
I rolled a 6. My Constitution modifier is +3.
Remember, you're like really sturdy.
Yeah, I keep
Oh,
forgetting
shit.
about that.
Mine says hit point bonuses plus 8 from const. What does that mean?
Oh, that might be your.
If you put yours in, put in how much you rolled, not plus your con mod.
Yeah.
Just how much you rolled, because it automatically adds your Constitution modifier.
That definitely didn't work right.
It's a little weird.
Yeah. Well, you got 6, right? So you should have
I had 5 and my con modifier is 1.
1. Okay, yeah. So you should have 57 hit points,
Okay.
or 50. Yeah, 57 hit points. 57. So that's right. It is a little bit weird. I really don't like how they do the hit point thing in D&D Beyond. I think it's bizarre. It's like trying to help you with math, but then it ends up like just being weird.
Oh wait, hang on. What I gotta do is change my level because now we're level 8, right?
Yes.
57. Okay, there we go. Whatever. I futzed with it, so now I have 57.
There we go. And I can help you with your level up, Mina. So you rolled a 2. I might have you reroll. If you guys are getting like the bottom 2 numbers, I'll give you guys 1 free reroll.
What is 36 plus 6? Is that 42?
I'm at 48 points. I'm okay.
Oh, I can increase one of my ability scores by 2 or by 1.
So we have a level.
Okay,
up.
yes, that means I can take the feat then.
Plus 6 plus 3, that's 9. So 6. Yeah, okay.
Go, let me know why
I now have 66 health points.
Here, I'm looking for you. Sorry.
I actually need the book for the
Look,
feats.
I thought I wasn't logged in because I couldn't get to my thing because this is over it.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, we actually get ability score improvement or a feat.
Oh, so there you go.
This will
So don't forget, you two get an extra feat, and then you should you
get-
get an extra feat as ritual caster.
So,
Yeah.
we get 2.
You get to pick 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
One will. So that's one of
Unless
the
you
weird things. I can't add a feat to your D&D
Yeah.
Beyond. So pick your feat or stat increase, and then also add an additional feat to that.
Yeah.
So you're definitely picking a feat, but then you get to pick if you want to do ability score improvement or a feat on top
Okay.
of that.
All right, I'll have to
Do you
borrow
want your
whatever
book?
book those are in. Yeah.
Here. Go to the handbook. There you go.
Do you want ability score increase, Nina, or would you like an extra feat? And even if it's not on D&D Beyond, if it's in an officially published 5th edition book, I'll probably allow the feat if you guys want that instead.
Okay.
And then we have a lot of books, and we don't need to metagame it or whatever because I trust you guys. Like and it'll be fine.
I'm just trying to figure out if I want ability score improvement or if I want a feat.
I don't know how to use D&D Beyond.
It's better to use the desktop version. It's like you can use the desktop version. Now we're gonna do stat stuff, everybody.
Yay, exciting stat
Hit all
stuff.
the buttons that I thought would take me to what I needed, and it didn't
Alright.
happen.
Here's your new thing
Okay,
right here.
here it is. I'm
This
like,
is what you get.
where's the feat
So
that I
you can
wanted
choose
before?
to
There it
increase
is.
your ability score, or you can get a feat. So do you want to have higher wisdom? Like, what's your wisdom score right
It's a Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that
Oh.
feat that I wanted to take before.
Pretty
I'm gonna
amazing.
take linguist.
But wait, if I take a second elemental feat, that means I could learn. I could
Oh, you would
be
cap
able
out,
to
get +5.
ignore lightning and thunder resistance.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's right, because you could do elemental
I
adapt
could.
thunder.
Okay, so
because
the
you can take it
feat-
once.
Yeah.
The feats will not allow me to choose the one that I want.
You
without-
can if you want, or you can.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're just gonna have to keep track of what it is.
Yeah,
Cuter.
that's okay. I'm doing
Cuter
it
than
with-
before.
Cuter than I was before.
So I'll do the.
You want to have 20 wisdom? It'll
I'll
affect
do
all
the
your
ability
spells
score
and make them
improvement for
stronger.
one of the two. No,
And then you'll take that feat.
Yeah, so I'll do the.
Charisma,
Well, maybe.
I forget what Charisma does for you.
It might be a good idea for me to do that though.
I think Charisma offers you. So I think you'll be better at handling animals and stuff like that.
Maybe I can convince somebody to give me display cabbages instead of.
You're really on this display cabbage kick.
What's it? Did you not see that cabbage?
It was so slay.
And I wanted to eat it.
Oh wait, I get the extra.
Like,
Oh, I
like,
get the extra thunder damage now too.
Yep, it stacks on both.
Oh, I might take a second level of elemental adept.
Feel free to.
Oh, it's of course that feat isn't on the belonged.
Wait, what? Wait. Wild shape improvement. Oh! You can transform into things that fly now.
Sweet.
Your upgrade.
You get to fly.
Yeah, you have. So you can transform into any animal you know.
I
So
can
I
fly.
don't get a feat. I get an animal.
No. This is a part of your class features. Like,
Oh,
So-
it just
so,
happens no matter what.
yeah. So at level 4, 8, and I think at level 4 and 8, and then subsequent levels after that, you'll get an ability score improvement
Okay.
or a feat.
What's my wild shape? Just
Yeah. Basically, so because you're a druid of the moon, yours is a little bit higher than the other ones. So okay,
could be a giant vulture.
yeah. Starting at level 6, you can transform into a beast with a challenge rating as high as your druid level divided by 3 rounded down.
If I take the ability
what?
score improvement, I could up my charisma and do more.
Thing is, like, I could take an additional feat, but it's a little bit of metagaming here, based on what
Round
he's
it
gonna have to do.
down?
Because there's another feat called Actor.
They round it
That,
down to zero,
yeah,
so I'm
but-
confused.
No.
You can
I'll
mimic
show
the
you.
speech of another person on the sounds made by other creatures.
There you go.
The thing is, though, if you do alter
So
self, you
divided by
can change your
3.
voice to match his voice.
So it'd be
Okay,
a
that's
2.
true.
You could transform it
I
into
mean,
as a 2.
Because, like, I know I'm doing
Challenge rating.
linguist. I just want to see if there's any other.
But you know at least one is going linguist. You're just not
Yeah.
sure if you're taking another
Yeah.
ability score.
Well, yeah, Nita could
Yeah.
already become an Allosaurus because
Yeah. No, I
it's
think the
Bahoki's-
difference now is that
Bahoki saw me do it.
yeah.
So.
No, the big thing is you can choose animals that fly.
Mhm.
That's because it was a little different than what exactly it was. So I got a few options. I could be a crow, and I could. If I've ever seen an eagle or a vulture or a bat.
I'll say you've seen probably most of those animals. Those are relatively common, especially out here. Like you've seen bats here, in your homeland, like in your swamps. You've probably seen birds and birds of prey
Oh,
and
I'm
things like
sure.
that. It's more like dinosaurs and stuff like that. You haven't really seen as many. Hey, look out.
Oh.
Oh, I can cast 2 4th level spells now.
Oh yeah.
Or actually, I don't know. I have to check the Bard section. The Bard section is special.
Yes. I can take a quick glance for you. At level 8, you gain an additional 4th level spell slot.
Okay.
You know an additional spell. And I guess that's it.
Yeah, and aside from the
Yeah.
feet thing, yeah.
Yeah, and the feedback, yeah. And then for the sorcerer, I think so certain classes are like on different kinds of tracks.
Oh yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. Yeah.
I think for instance the druid gets a new ability, but you guys might not get a new ability.
Yeah, so I know 3
I don't think
cantrips,
I do.
11 spells.
No, I don't think so. I think you do get an additional 4th level spell slot.
Yeah, I get an additional 4th level spell slot, and I can learn one more spell, and then I've got the okay. So I know
Question
I'm
for
doing
me is, can I learn any new spells, or is it just the additional
Yeah,
spell
you
slot?
you gain an additional spell as well, and you gain a 4th level spell slot.
I can learn a new spell?
Yep, you know another spell.
What about cantrips? Am I still the same on cantrips?
How many cantrips do you have, by the way?
I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
At level 10, you get another cantrip.
Ooh, I can do another spell.
Yeah, you get another spell now.
Oh no.
And you can make it a 4th level spell, 3rd, 2nd, 1st.
I'll have to
whatever.
look at the
Okay.
spell book.
Yeah,
Again.
Yeah, I'm gonna
check
have to
your
look at the
spell
spells.
lists. And there's also other books too, if you guys
I
want to.
okay, I think I'm gonna take Elemental Adept again
Okay. With
instead
thunder.
of improving my ability scores. One of these days I will get it, so I'm not negative one on strength.
Captain Charm at 6th level.
Yeah, that's an ability you have.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I did not know I had counter
I
charm.
did not
You know,
either.
you kind of just read through your class features,
Yeah.
just to kind of be aware of them. Just because I will also kind of tell you that the next, not initially the next section, but like when you guys go to Ogin's Den, there might be combat.
Yeah.
Unless you guys
I
are
kind of
very
figured.
smooth.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Well, God, should I?
Oh, decisions.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if it's better to ignore thunder resistance or up my spell casting ability, basically.
Would you get the +5? Are you at 19?
I am at what am I at?
Yeah, that's fine.
I am currently at 17 charisma.
17. Oh!
So I have +4 right now, is what I'm at. But can you add 2 or is it 1?
It's 1.
It's only 1? Okay.
Is
Point?
it 1 or is it 2?
I
It's
thought it was
2
2.
points, or it can be 1 point.
Yeah,
both
yeah, yeah.
ways, but it's a total of 2 points, and they can go to the same thing, or you can separate it.
Yeah, there it is.
Because I'd have to get that up to 19 to do the +5, right?
20 is +5. Wait,
Oh.
wait, you have 17? I thought you had
No, I'm at
Higher.
17.
17 is +3.
I think I get a bonus.
Oh, yeah. According to this sheet, you have 18 charisma.
Oh, that's weird, because on D&D Beyond it says I have 17, but on my
That's where I was looking.
character sheet... Well, that's what I mean, though. I think I get a +1
Oh, I
from
see.
Dragonborn
Yeah, yeah.
or Sorcery.
Or
I can't remember
something.
which one.
Something gave you.
Something
whatever.
gave me a +1 to
Yeah.
Charisma.
Yeah. Either way, you have 18 right now, so you could pump it up to 20 if you want to get the +5, and that would help your hit, your DC, and
Yeah.
that stuff. So
Yeah, because what's my primary modifier again?
Yours is also charisma.
Yeah,
It
yours
is?
is also charisma. You guys are a charisma whiz.
We are Charisma Magic.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Because I'm like, I think I might want to.
Yeah, level 8's a fun level.
Well, I'm just trying to decide if I want to up my strength. 'Cause it's 12 currently.
I would say.
Oh, I couldn't even get me up to... Never mind. I couldn't even get mine up to +0.
Your
I-
strength.
Oh, because
I
it's
have 7
8.
strength.
That's.
So even if I did pump those points into strength, it still wouldn't get me to... I'm just going to be weak.
Yeah, it was just because I'm like,
I will say this much: you should play into your strengths.
Yeah.
Trying to round yourself out is okay, but I feel like specializing it gives you a little bit better edge.
well,
Especially since theoretically your allies will help cover for some.
well,
of the
I'm
weaknesses.
technically fairly well balanced right now. My highest are intelligence and charisma.
Yeah, yeah.
I think... And my highest is Constitution and Charisma, but... I mean...
Yeah.
I guess that makes
Because
sense.
for me it's because V tends to attack with her body.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
why
true. You're more of like physically active.
She does more brawling.
Where
But
I
she,
definitely... am a
yeah, because like
You're
she
definitely
she does ranged attacks, but if she's going to fight close quarters, she ends up using her claws more than her daggers. She has them though,
Yeah.
so that's why I was like, how
Yeah.
if I want to buff the strength or not? Because I'm at 12 right now, so it's not like it's bad.
Yeah, I feel like it's not bad, and I feel like your magic is also pretty strong too.
Yeah.
So it really depends if you want to continue being using your claws
Yeah.
and getting into scrapes versus if you want to kind of double down more on like
Yeah.
powerful magic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do. I get a
But then-
+1 racial bonus to Charisma.
To charisma, yeah, that's right, because you're a Dragon Ball.
Because I'm like, I'll probably up the charisma at one point. I'm just
I think
not sure
it's
if
the
I
only
want
one
to
I
put that
get a
other
racial
point
bonus
somewhere
to.
else or not. Because one's going into charisma. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's
I
the
mean,
only
I could
thing I
up,
get
up
a
my
bonus on.
intelligence to 17.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just be real fucking nuts.
smart.
Oh, you know, I could probably
Be smart.
My wisdom is only 12. I could probably up that.
I get a +2 racial bonus to strength. That's why it's only -1. Otherwise, it would be -2.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put one into wisdom and one to charisma.
And
Really quick, just so you know, it's like even levels will give you the bonus, or even numbers will give you an extra bonus.
Mhm.
So if you have like an odd number, like a 15 or a 17, it doesn't give you an increased bonus. But if you get like it to 18, then it will give you a +1.
Okay, because both my charisma is currently an odd number. My wisdom
Okay.
isn't even.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, I mean, play the way you want, like, put the stats where you
So
want,
you
but
get
just, but I would say try to get it to, like, an even number, and then
Okay.
you'll get an extra bonus. Like, an extra +1.
Okay, so if I get charisma to 16, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. That sounds good.
Not 116, Jesus.
Yeah, get 116 charisma.
Just be the smoothest motherfucker.
Yeah, such that, like,
I
people
mean-
cannot.
I think I'm all right with charisma because I do still because I have a +4
+4 is
in
really
general,
good.
and
+4
then my
is
saving
very
throw
good.
is +7. So like my advantage to hit is +7. So I think I'm okay with that.
Alright.
So,
So okay, so yeah, I am gonna take the elemental adept.
is wisdom or dex more important for me?
It kind of depends.
Yeah.
Like, since you're more thievy, Dex is very valuable.
Yeah.
It's like sleight of hand. It's
Yeah, we'll do-
lock picking.
we'll do-
Wisdom is good if you want to resist like mind control and
Oh, gotcha.
things like that. So
Alright. I do need to
Oh
up
my
my
God.
wisdom, but I don't think I'll do it this time.
mind
'cause I'm like,
control.
I'll get my. Oh, well, we do have that fucking illithid.
So did you?
Anyway, sorry.
Yes.
Anyway,
Did you want to do an ability
yeah,
score?
we'll do my. Okay, we'll do my dex and my charisma. Bring me up a little. higher.
Use the feats I have enough already.
Okay, fair. We can go stat increase.
Yeah, it's just do a stat increase.
Do you want to get your wisdom to 20?
Yeah, I might.
think I'm gonna continue the glass cannon.
Yeah, it'll make all your spells stronger.
Okay, and then
Oh,
I'm taking linguist as a feat, so I'm going to.
Perfect.
I'm-
These gays.
Well, that actually intelligence goes up by 1, and I need to pick 3 more languages. I speak 6 languages.
This is awesome. I'm so excited to see this.
Yeah, because I was like, no, V's gonna learn more languages,
It's gonna be big on
and I can write, and I can create ciphers now.
You okay?
I'm still pretty. I think I'm gonna finish doing my leveling up stuff later.
Yeah, that's
Go
good.
lie down.
Thank you all so much for joining us. This is kind of just a bonus segment at the end where we kind of muddle about character stats.
Wee.
We're at Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine.
Or Valentine's Day.
Hey!
Love y'all. Be safe.
I'm going to make sure these stuff all stays together.
Yeah, getting in good crunchy numbers.
Crunch.
I forgot to put one dice back in the bag.